well, a wide variety of hub tools over here. If we want to go over that, we also have our arched whale tails to go over. There we go.
Hans. Okay, Hans.
Will the entire tactical line be available to us?
Like to purchase the entire line as a set, basically.
No, all of the tactical tools.
Okay.
We have the
On all of the tequila tools, going to be hubbed?
Yes.
Yes. We're slowly working down that long list.
I think we might be there with.
I think
Just
we're
about
really
all of them.
close.
Yeah.
So we've got the big 12-piece set is in hubbed form now.
Here's 2 samples right here. Now, if you guys are interested in the tactical Gorilla Grip, a lot of fellows don't know. Let me switch cameras over here and give you an example. Because this one handle covers. It makes 4 different handles. You get 4 handles out of this. Christina's going to switch over to camera 2 so I can give you a little bit of close-up here. This one handle basically makes 4 handles out of it. And a lot of you guys that have them already, you know this. And some of you don't. But, so this one handle is $225. We do have a show special. However, that one handle right there makes 4 handles out of it. So by buying one, you get 4 different configurations out of one handle. This here is vitally important. Every technician that comes into the shop, I put a tequila tool handle on it like that and hand that to them, and the first thing out of their mouth is, oh, because it feels so good in the hand. If you look at that, it's a natural position for most of us. A lot of the guys, they talk about, well, I have the T handle and I can make it into this handle. And that's great and all. You have 2 positions that you could do with this. Actually 3, you could throw a ball over there as well. But the problem is when you're in a hood and you're under a brace, you're adding more material to it. If you can see that there in the photo, there's a whole inch above right there that you're going to gain. So if you're under a hood or close to a brace and you're trying to work it like that, which you can, you're going to hit this on the skin of the car as well. So that's why we came up with 3 different handles. Obviously John Hiley came up with these 2. This is our inline handle that we have now. You're not going to use them for hand tools, but you will use them for picks. Here's one of our stainless steel tequila picks, which is now stainless hub on it. And you're good to go. What's nice about this handle is you could side load it. So if you're pushing in a quarter panel or something like that, it's not just going to be this motion. You guys know that. It's not always just prying. Sometimes you have to twist and push that dent out. And it's nice to have that thumb position right there to do that. So it's vitally important to lighten up our load on our tool carts and just get everything hubbed, and then you don't have to worry about all the different handles on your tool cart. This is the new Ultra adapter that we made. The machine shop that we use here in Texas, they make airplane parts for Boeing and other airplane companies, and their precision is just amazing. Some of you have the older adapter for Ultra. This is the new one that was designed by our guy, and he just knocked it out of the park. Everything we give to the guy is it's such precision work and craftsmanship. It's really nice. Do you guys have any questions about any of these handles? There's some basic maintenance that you want to do with these as well. Out of the box, there's nothing really to do, but on occasion, we've had some customers drop them, and there's a little ball on the inside here, and that little ball is on all three handles. And it doesn't happen often, but you might get to the position where that button might stick. Now, we 100% warranty anything that is our line and comes out of our store is 100% warranty. It doesn't matter where you live. If you're in Germany, if you're in France, or Paris, Texas, it's all covered. So some of the maintenance thing is you could put a little bit of lubrication in there, a little graphite as well, powdered graphite. But if that button ever gets stuck, that little set screw there's actually Loctite in there, and it's really hard to get out. But what you can do is just crack it, and all it is not even an eighth of a turn. You just crack it, and that ball will release, and you could go ahead and move it as well. There'll be times where debris might get in there, and it might get frozen a little bit. So if you just crack that set screw, you'll be good to go. Now, the Loctite that's in there is super strong. If you're having problems breaking that set screw, heat it up. Get out your torch or your heat gun and just heat it up a little bit and just literally move it like that and you're done. So just some of the things to consider. If you're considering cutting off your tools and putting hubs on them, these are the hubs that we make in stainless steel. And these are going to go on your tools. So say you have an old Dentcraft tool or Ultra or A1 or something like that, and it has a handle on it, fixed handle. Take it to a machine shop, get it cut off, and have this welded on, and you're good to go. So they are threaded because that's the way we send them to A1. A1 makes all our tools, and this is how they request them from us. However, we are going to be moving forward with making them size specific to the rods that we carry. We will have them in the future, not the near future, but soon enough, we'll be having these in 1/2 inch, 3/8, 7/16, all the common sizes that our tools come in, that you can just have them chopped off. My experience is that if you take them, if you're looking for a welder, my experience is to take them to a radiator shop. A lot of the radiator shops have fantastic welders. If you don't have a buddy that can do it for you. A lot of body shops, most of those body guys know how to weld. It's not rocket science to weld these onto your tools, but you do want to make sure that they're indexed properly when you do it. That way you don't waste your money on putting it in wrong or crooked. What we usually suggest is that when you set this in there, have your handle with you, and you put it in there, and then you drop the tool in, and you're able to position it however you want to make sure it's true. It's not really going to matter too much on the door tools, because obviously, on a door tool, you got plenty of different positions to go on. But if you're a Hale guy, and you're going to want to make sure that you're indexed properly, continuous 90 degrees. Otherwise, that's going to annoy the hell out of you if you're pushing all day on a crooked tool. You got your T handle. If that's off just a little bit, you're going to go nuts. All right, someone has a question?
Yes. Would you MIG or TIG?
TIG would be better. TIG will get you, I'll show you the difference. If you go over to camera 2, I'll show you the difference between a MIG and a TIG on our tools. Go ahead and hit camera 2 here. Now, that there, let me get it in focus. Hold on. Okay, let me see here. Going the wrong way. Just bear with me for a minute. Okay, let me just back up. Okay, so that here, that is, I'm gonna actually switch this up to autofocus. That there is a MIG weld, okay? It's a little bit sloppy with its finish. It's kind of blotched up and whatnot. And then this is a TIG weld, one of our tools. So if you see the difference here, man, I wish, there we go, it's kind of focused. That is a nice clean weld. So TIG would be better, it's cleaner, but really as long as you're making the contact with the tool itself and welding the two together, that's the whole purpose of a weld, is to make a bond between two metals, you're gonna be fine. So some guys might be pickier on the way it looks. Obviously a TIG weld will be a lot easier or a lot cleaner look than a MIG. Yes, question?
Does the dent dial part work with the regular Gorilla Grip?
Absolutely. That's the LCA right there. It attaches onto the dent dial. In a minute I'll go find my dent dial. I already have one attached somewhere. And that is the original Gorilla Grip right there. They will all fit. This is the T handle. I'll throw that on there as well. We set it up so if you actually had the T handle, you have the clearance along here, so you can get all the positions with the T handle as well, and you'll be able to clear it just fine. Obviously, you're not going to want to put the inline handle on it because that's just dumb, right? So, but the other ones are fine. Yeah. So if you have the T handle, we also, in the near future, we're going to have longer poles and extensions for these as well. I have some prototypes in the other room. I'll go get them while Christina.
Can you grab them?
I think they're in my truck. I'll go get them and then show you some prototypes that'll go along with this LCA here in a minute. Christina will keep you company for a few minutes while I go do that.
Yep.
I just jumped on a second ago. Do you guys have anything new coming up?
Anything new coming up? Let's see. Product wise, somebody, like John Renstrom had asked if we were going to end up having our entire tequila line hubbed. Yes, and we're almost there, and that's part of the new stuff that we have either received basically this week or going to be receiving in the next few weeks. Let's see. One thing that's new and hubbed that we just got is Dent Reaper. So we're going to be carrying some Dent Reaper items hubbed. So that's pretty exciting. I'm trying to maybe grab what you haven't seen before. Well, I mean, this just came out. That's the newest thing as far as right away. We have a few new items that we're hoping to have launched at our open house Saturday, May 8th. So we're getting down to a time crunch on those. Just a couple of weeks left. I wish I had something I could do like a product teaser, but I don't really have one right now. Hey Vince.
Yes.
What new products do we have coming up? I mentioned that we'll be having Dent Reaper.
Yes.
The Dent Reaper hubs.
Yes.
So there's a couple of things that we're waiting for that should be out May 8th.
May 8th. Yeah, some of the surprises are going to be May 8th if you come to our open house. You know, we don't want to spill the beans on everything. But here's my dent dial here. And these are the rods that we're having made for the dent dial LCA adapter. So they're long. What is this, like 2 feet?
Mhm.
That's what she said, right? And that one's about a foot, I think. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have a tape measure. But these two will be gnarled and wrapped in the X grip. So, for example, right now you could buy extensions on our website as well for the LCA, or your Gorilla Grip, I'm sorry. But the longest one we have is a 6-inch. That's the 6-inch right there. That's the 4-inch inline handle that comes with a 5-inch, okay? And these on the T handle, these are 3 inches. So what we did here, now these are just bars, it's nothing fancy about them yet, but we will have them gnarled. And when you put that on your knuckle, on your dead dial, there you go. You got a beast of a leverage tool. And I have mine set up here. It's not good. I know our good friend Mike Toledo, when he was showing these LCAs? Yeah, LCAs. He put them in the thread back here, but you'll never get a good mechanical bond on a bolt if you put it through 2 pieces of metal like that trying to get it. So you're going to have play. So if you put them in the actual slot of the dent dial, you can put them on the end here, you can slide it up wherever you want, and then with a quick movement, sorry, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult with the longer one, you're going to have all sorts of positions that you could get it in. So be on the lookout for those. I know that's not too fancy or anything like that. Mr. Craig Dyer, Christina's father, he does a lot of the R&D for us and talking to different technicians and getting their tools manufactured here in Texas. And we had a challenge. I challenged him at the end of the beginning of the year to come up with 50 new SKUs by the end of the year. By the end of 2021, Ansett will have 50 new products. Ansett alone, we will have 50 new SKUs. We're already, I believe, at 31, right?
Yeah, we'll blow that out of the water,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we're gonna blow that out of the water. So when you say what's new, there's always something new over here, right?
Always.
Always. I mean, we have,
Literally every week, there's
Every week.
something new.
yeah. This is Christina's invention here. This is a tool that she used. You wanna talk about it?
You go ahead. I can if you want me to.
I might misquote it, but I'll try and get it right. This is a tool that Lee Roth, one of Christina's trainers, she went and learned how to do PDR so she could relate a little bit more to the tools that we use on a daily basis. And one of her favorite tools in Lee Roth's arsenal was this single bend. We call it the victory tool, or the V for victory, and it's shaved all the way from the tip all the way up to right about there. So I'm assuming she got this into a lot of tight places. On fenders, I could see that going up in the fender and back
Door
down.
panel. I mean, it was.
Quarter panels, different things like that. So that's new. That just came out, I think, 2 weeks ago. A lot of you guys know that I'm an old Dent Wizard guy. So I took my original Dent Wizard Ford tool, not the flat bar, and I had it replicated for us. Because there are a lot of old Dent Wizard guys out there. And A1 did a smashing job copying it exactly. If you go to camera 2, the whole purpose, and this is, let me turn that autofocus off there. The whole purpose of this tool, you have 3 different positions on here. You have a round tip on there. Man, I wish that would focus. And then you have flat on each side. So that's actually a sharp push on the corner, on either way. What we also did with that, hopefully that's a little bit more focused back here maybe. We also made it into a BB tip for a lot of the guys that like to use a cherry tip to start off a dent. So you could put a cherry tip on there, or you could use pivot tip from Hayes Freeman, that'll fit on there. And then you could take it off and finish the den off. That's actually a really sharp push on that tool. So those are both 26 inches long. Your normal door tool. They're beautiful. They work out great. So that's something to look at. If you've been living under a rock, you might not know about our Door Lord set. I'm going to clean these off here so you can get a better view. Our number one selling sets are the Door Lord sets. And I didn't bring them all out, but these are a couple of them. They come in a sharp and they come in a blunt or blade tip. So both of these are shown here are the 25 inch, and they are probably our number one selling tools right now, both internationally and domestically for the door dingers. They are shaved all the way up to the top up here, so you can get them down into braces, around braces, between the brace and the skin. You get it right down in there and work it out, and it's a little bit on an angle. These are great for aluminum, the sharper set, and they're just really good tools. They got a long kick on them, so you're able to get to a lot of a lot of open areas. A lot of these cars have big, Toyota's got big kicks on them now coming off the top of the doors, and you can get these in there really good. Question?
I've bought the hubs to convert my tools. Any suggestions on converting small diameter tools?
The best suggestion I can give you on that, it's going to be hard to get that in the center, and I know what you mean. What you can do is you could drill out the back of that as well, and you could pass it through, TIG it, or weld it, just do a little spot weld on the back, and then grind it smooth and flat, and that will get it in place. You could drill that to the size of your tool. I'm going to go and get you another thing. Another option for the smaller diameter would be to send them to A1. When it's not the busy season, they'll be happy to weld these on for you. This is a smaller diameter tool here, and they going on the same size hub. So it is very much capable of doing it. The way A1 does it, I'm going to go grab the little thing that they use. I'll be right back. It's nice having, we're all in the same building. I just go right next door. Well, I guess while I was in the move, it disappeared. So basically, that's kind of what you do is you drill out another piece of metal, and you can slip it in like a sleeve, and then pass it into it. The way A1 does it is that they use a 1/2 inch thread, all thread, and they drill out the center of it, put the tool into it, and then weld it onto the actual hub. That makes sense. I'm hoping the audio is good. You guys hearing us all right? It's not too loud? I don't think it's too loud. Good.
See if there's any questions.
What's also coming down the line are our whale tails. They're going to be hubbed. We've had a ton of requests for that. These are two right here. These are just prototypes. We have our rattlesnake tails now, which is this guy right here. It's just not curved. And it's a really nice tool. That's 1.5 inches wide. And this is 3/4 wide. So those are now being made into hubs as well. They should be here probably within the next month or two, I would say. They're really nice. we had these filed down so they're really sharp, so you could cut through glue fairly easy on both sides. So those are nice. And then we have our Lucky 7 also hubbed. So I believe these will fit into a 1/2 inch or 3/8 hole. So if you drill a hole, you're in the bottom of the door. If you're not drilling a hole, and this is kind of a good buddy whale tail tool. You're not going to use it every day because you're going to be using your regular whale tails. But for that case where you can't drill a hole, or you're in a handle hole, you know, you take that grommet off, this guy here will slip into the hole and then up to the brace that you're trying to get behind, or the edge of the door. Very good buddy tool. Like I said, you're not going to use it every day like a regular whale tail, but when you do need it, it's going to come in handy. And you can get them in hubs. Another tool that we're really excited about that just came out is, we're calling it the Caballero. Now, they come in 4 different sizes, I believe, and there's set prices, and there's a set price with handles as well. They are blades. Back when I was a Dent Wizard technician, back in '95, when I showed up in class, we were all issued these really sharp bladed tools. And our instructors, it was January 1995. And we were all issued our set of tools, and then our instructors came by and grabbed every single tool that looked like this, because guys were out there chewing up dents. The metal was a little bit different back in the 90s, and you didn't really need super sharp dents or tools to fix the dents. Now, everyone with the high strength steels, aluminum panels, we're all now seeing the old resurgence of the old tools that were sharper now back into circulation. And these were some of the tools that I had in my original Dent Wizard set that I managed to keep them. They took them away, but I took them back. And we have reissued those now. I'm going to try and show you how sharp they are. We'll go on this camera here. So it's a blade only at the tip here, okay? And it's sharp. It's really sharp. So you could use this. I have a double bend available, and I have a single bend available. And those are going to come in 4 different sizes. These are 2 of the smaller sizes. And they are going to go all the way up to these guys here. So these are really nice. They're actually some of my favorite tools right now. I've been out there experimenting on some of the panels, and it's incredible. This is great in a quarter panel to go through a tail leg, come down, get around that edge of the wheel well, and do your magic. You pair that with, if you got a double bend, I would pair it with a T-handle. Right? That's a nice tool right there. Get all the different positions with the T-handle. And I would suggest, if you're going with the single bend, you have the inline pick, or the inline handle for it. That gives you a nice looking tool, and very functional in many different ways. Once again, if you have to side load, you have the inline, you got the thumb right there that you can just side load on. Okay, any more questions out there? Is there anyone in there? Is anyone talking?
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys could actually talk, we could hear you.
Yeah, they can turn their mics on.
Yeah, you could turn your mics on, we could have a little interaction instead of me hearing myself talk the whole time. Hello,
Colin Woods.
Anyone out there?
Vince.
Colin Wood from England. All right, what's up, Colin?
Randy Ross said looks like a double shot.
Hola.
That's Osceola, OC up here in Oklahoma, just up the street from you guys.
Fantastic. You get some hail there in the last few days?
Yes, all around.
Yeah.
I'm around technically, but whenever they do come around, I'll take care of them. Hopefully more retail than, car lots.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, it's hailing like crazy down here in Texas, so you're our kind neighbors to the north. I'm sure you're getting it as well. Randy said what? They look like the double shots? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're kind of similar to the double shots, Randy. I'll show you the difference because I have some double shots here as well. That's a double shot there. Let's see how that works. Okay. I'll put it down so you can kind of see. Okay. So the throw is almost identical in length from foot to tip. You do have a little bit of different angle on there. It's not completely the same. You're going to have a longer throw on a double shot from the shaft to the second bend. The bladed tip, the Caballero 2, that is going to be a little bit sharper of a bend, and then it's extremely sharp throughout this position right here. And then where the double shot is dull. You're not really going to be pushing a dent with this portion of the tool. You could be using it on the backside as well to push a dent. Let me get rid of one thing here on our camera. Let's see. Oops. No. Bear with me for a second. Uh-oh. What does that say?
Oh, that's one of my
gotcha.
poles.
Oh, right. There's Colin. Now I'm seeing Colin. Colin, you should be watching the funeral over there. I had to leave this morning to go watch the funeral. Looks like a beautiful day in England to be out, not sitting on the couch watching the Dream event. So we appreciate you coming and watching us.
There's a couple of customers out here, so.
Yeah. Okay. What else do you guys want to see and hear? Now I have the screen up so I could actually see what you guys are saying. Okay, so there's, Randy, you're saying FYI, lots of reverb feedback on other speaker windows. Would that be ours? Because I'm not really concerned about everyone else. As long as you could hear me, that's all I care about. Screw those other exhibitors. I'm joking, of course. Many of them are our friends. And many of them we sell their tools. Okay. Fantastic. Man, what else can I show you? Someone was wondering, I went back and looked, and we do have a lot of our, not a lot, I think we have 100% of our tools now available in hubs. So you're going to get three options out of the whole Tequila line. You're going to get a fixed handle, you're going to get a ratcheting handle, and then you're going to get the hub handles. Some of you guys are clever out there where you buy the ratcheting ones and just pull the handle off, so you have a couple options. Some people like the A1 ratcheting handle, and that's fine, and you don't lose the ratcheting part when you have that handle. You do lose the ratcheting part when you're switching over to a tactical handle. John Krug, he might be in here, he might not be. I think he's around. But he posted a video a few months ago that made a lot of sense, and it clicked in a lot of people's brains, and we hear about it constantly now, is that you put your door tool in first, and then you set it to where you want it, and then you apply the tool and you go to town. What's really neat about this Gorilla Grip, yes, it's a Gorilla Grip, is the amount of leverage that you're getting with it. You could grab it here and use your elbow and push on it. If you're pushing from back here, it does not take a lot of force to fix the dent with that. It's a good concept. We're all in. I mean, everything we're doing is hub related, and we're getting nothing but positive feedbacks on it. The hardest part, I think, the only struggle that we're having is when people are converting these hubs over, and we're trying to work that better solution. I said that earlier, is where we will be making these size specific to tools. So if you have a 3/8 tool, 1/2 tool, we're going to be cutting these to those. So all you have to do is cut your tool off, slip it on, and weld it on. Oh, right. Okay, I got you, Randy. Let's see. Any other questions? I know Christina is going to take everyone on a tour of the new shop. I'm actually in the conference room right now at Anson. I got you on the wrong camera. So, there it is. So, the conference room, it's pretty big. If you're coming here for the IMI classes on the 7th, the 6th or 7th, we'll be having them in this conference room we have going on. And then I think a little bit later, Christina is going to hook up her camera and go on a tour and show everyone what's going on. It's pretty impressive. It's a great company to work for. They've gone all in with building this facility specifically for the paintless dent removal industry. It's first of this kind in America, really. I know TDN over there, they have a great facility over there in England. We're going to have ours here where we're going to be doing different events, different seminars. There'll be training opportunities, certification opportunities. I got to get rid of the screen here. Hold on. Bear with me. Okay. I think what we'll do, a lot, like I know Gene Fetty has his event here on the 6th and 7th of May. If you guys ever want to hold an event at Anson, we're all for it. You can contact Christina directly and she will work out. She's a wonderful event planner, and it's a wonderful part of the country here down in Texas. In Burleson, we're a city of about 45,000 people, and last I checked, I think we had 4 active cases of COVID. So hopefully we're not bringing COVID to Burleson with all the out-of-towners coming to buy our tools and dispersing throughout the country. So, Don, you have any questions? I see you there. Got a cool sign on the back.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Would you like to see anything specific?
Yeah, hanging out.
Cool. That's what we're doing. I was showing everyone some of the stuff going on. Drinking my morning coffee. It's almost lunchtime now.
Yeah.
What's going on in the other booths? Anything exciting?
Sure, this is the first one I've been to.
Oh, all right. Well,
It's definitely there.
no? Yeah. Let's see. Don, I think you bought some hub tools lately, didn't you?
Yeah, I got some, I got an update for my scanning machine too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How is that working out for you with the insurance companies? Are you able to upsell the scans and all that?
Yeah, I get backlash from a few of them. They want to pay you.
That's one of the things I hear common. I know I had to deal with that with my shop as well. They only want to pay for a post scan, and
Right.
my big argument is I need to have I need to know who's playing on the playground before I start working on the car. You know,
Right.
I got to understand what's wrong with the car, so I don't cause any more damage. And for the most part, I've been successful getting pre and post scans once I explained to them that I need a benchmark. I need to know what's wrong with the car before I work on it. It seemed like at my shop there was always a new adjuster every other week. I never got the same one. So some guys, they automatically put it in, and others, they they'll wait for you to put it on there or request it.
Yeah, biggest backlash usually comes from Progressive and Geico. Other than that, most of them are right.
Yeah. Good looking dog there. Go sheep herding dog, huh? It's gonna eat your face, Colin. Hopefully there's not too much feedback with that. Oops, that's mute. All right, well, what else is going on?
Dave the dog.
The dog's gonna steal the show.
I mean, any other products they want us to grab? I mean, I can go in the store and grab products. I can...
Yeah.
Yes, all right.
That's Dave. Oh, another Dave.
Too many Daves.
This is Dave, good.
Hello, Dave. Dave. Well, do we call Dave?
Real Dave or not real Dave?
Not real Dave. What's his real name? Why can't
Kevin.
Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kevin Going. Mm-hmm. We have an ongoing thing with Daves.
Yeah.
We call everyone Dave. It's a good name. You never met a bad Dave, right? Everyone named Dave is a good dude. Oh, what's up, Q? We can't hear you. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Okay, what's going on?
Not much. How are you, bud?
Good,
Our
good.
if you see me looking up to the right, our screen is over there, so I'm not looking away from you. Q, you need to see anything fancy? I know your brother was down here last week. Oh, there's Jack. We can't hear you, Jack. Unmute your mic.
What's up? There you go, sorry.
That's
Yep.
right.
All right, baby,
Jack,
what
what's
you got
going on?
today?
Long time no see.
Hey, guys.
Howdy.
Hey, I'm here in Echo. Are you guys getting the same thing?
Yeah.
It might be. Here, let me turn my speaker down. That might be better. You got to say something to hear it.
How's it going there, Don? Hey, Jack, how you been? Good.
Is that better with the echo?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
No, I can still hear it.
Is it like that in all the rooms or just this one?
No, it's because the microphone's picking up what the speaker's saying.
Right.
It's like a loop, essentially. Yeah.
Cool.
What do they want to see?
Yeah.
I can go grab it.
All right. Then I don't know how to really fix that unless I put headphones in. I wish I could.
That's about the one. Yeah, that's not ideal. But having the crew there.
I don't know if that'll work though. Maybe. I'll try it. Hold on. Christina will keep you entertained for a second.
All right.
What do you want to see?
I'm
There you
just being entertaining. Somebody said Jeopardy music, and I said I would start singing whenever there was a pause. You don't want that. You don't want me to start singing. Yeah, but I mean, y'all can request anything to see. We have the whole store next to us.
Can I take a look at the dead dial attachment for the ratchet handle?
Dial attachment.
Yeah,
Oh,
that right there.
Here's it on. Do you have the tequila handles? Jack, was that you that asked?
Yeah, it was Jack.
Oh, yeah, yep.
You have them? Okay. Yeah. Can you put it on camera too so he can see it closer?
Oh, nice.
And then
So
just,
does that just bolt on and then it slides up and down, so you have adjustment as well? Okay, yep. Sweet.
so much leverage. Do you have all the handles?
No, I have the T handle and a dent dial, so I just need that.
Ah. Yeah, just this one. Okay.
The T handle will work as well.
Will it? Okay.
Yeah.
Will it have any problems like with it having the extra, if I make it into a straight handle and not a T
Right.
dial, will it still pivot?
Yeah, it will. I just showed that earlier. Hey, you shouldn't have an echo now. I got you guys on my AirPods. Can you hear him there?
Can somebody say something? No, I can't hear him.
Okay. Yeah, I put my AirPods in instead
But-
of having a monitor.
If he can't hear me, tell him this is
But
the
you
T
can't.
handle.
No, they can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
You just can't hear what they're saying. Yeah, sorry. Okay. All right, so there it is with the T handle, all right? So we made it so it clears it. Well, you actually have to put it on the other side though. So the handles have to be on the button side. Yeah. The one side is shorter. You know what? We just learned that together, Jack. But I think when we designed it, we did it this way. We didn't even think about turning it the other way. But the button side is a little bit longer than the other side. You see that? I don't know, maybe, yeah. Yeah. There she is. Her mic's muted. Do you want one of
can't hear
these?
them.
You could clean it off with some alcohol.
It's okay. Is the echo that bad for them?
It might have been, yeah. Okay, yeah, he said the echo was bad, but it's fine now.
Okay.
Okay, inline handle. Is that focused or you need it a little bit better? Okay. So that's 5-inch handle and we did Loctite it in. The reason being is if you were side loading one way, it would come undone. So it wasn't a good mechanical lock. So you could always build off of it as well. And you know, if you have the longer ones, if you have any of these handles, or you could buy, we sell these handles individually as well. You have a 6-inch, a 5-inch, 4-inch, and 3-inch. And you weren't here earlier, but we're working on a 2-foot. So, yeah, we have a 1-foot and a 2-foot.
Ish.
Pretty much, but like, right? But if you put it on the dent dial adapter, the LCA, now you got, that's why we're doing it mainly is for that. Yeah, so, let's see, or if you want to get a little crafty. you'll be able to put it on an inline, right? As well. And then your fulcrum point could be, somewhere along here. So you're pushing, you have your fulcrum point down here. So just options. I mean, that's really, I won't say the options are endless with the tactical line of handles, but you got tons of options now compared to what they were. I mean, like I was, no.
I'm missing the conversation.
He wants the fender pliers, the version 3.
Oh,
Christina will go get them for you. I'm just messing with you. We're only showcasing Anson products, damn it.
but they still get the discount, the free shipping.
I'm joking. What's his face? Mike over at B&D. I don't think he has a booth, does he? Cheap bastard. All right, let's see. Let me clean this up a little bit so it's not so congested up here. Jack, you said you only have the T-handle, right? Okay. Well, yeah, the Gorilla Grip. Yeah, I think I get them often confused as well, but technically the original one is the Gorilla Grip, and then the T-handle, then inline is how it kind of goes. But what you'll find, and I was explaining it earlier, with the original Gorilla Grip, is that, let me just clean some of this up real quick here. I'll just leave it. You get 4 handles out of 1 on the original Gorilla Grip. So if you look at it this way, this one handle makes that 4 different positions. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. I thought I was on the other camera. Okay. You see that? So one handle makes 4 different positions. So you get monster leverage. Sometimes you're not going to want a big old handle like that. So you're going to do something along that lines, right? Where this comes into play is every single technician that comes in here to the store and is asking about it, I put one of these small tequila handles or hand tools on it, and immediately they're like, holy hell, that's the best thing ever. So why that's beneficial is if you look here, you'll see the clearance between the two. So if you have the T handle, you have an extra inch coming off the top there, right? So that's going to get in your way if you're on a brace. Potentially it's going to get in the way. You might end up making a high spot or whatever. It's just more efficient to have a tighter round position there rather than something that's a little bit sharp. Me personally, I think this is a hot spot for me too. This bothers my fingers. Yeah. Yeah. Those were the A1 pistol grip handles back in the day. They still make them, I think. Yeah. They were good handles until we got something better, I guess. But I always migrated towards the one with the bend on it, the double bend, rather than the straight one, because that part of that handle would get in the way under a bonnet, like you said. So that's... No, all of our stuff now comes in 3 different types. You got the fixed handle, you got the ratcheting, which will be the A1 ratcheting handle, and then you got the hub tool, the hub handle, or not handle. Right. Yeah, well, and that's the thing. But if you have the ratcheting ones, you don't have to do that. You just take the ratcheting handle off. Okay. Yes, and that's what we have right here is the hubs just to do that. So that hub, well, that's what we do. We send these hubs down to A1 and they go and weld them up. Now, if you're doing them, if you're going to take them to someone, one thing you have to keep in mind is spring steel is completely different than stainless. Now, Colin, you probably know this because you do a lot of, work in the workshops. It does. With stainless to stainless, doesn't matter at all. You go ahead and weld away. TIG or MIG, either way. But when you're going spring steel to stainless, you don't want to touch the weld onto the spring steel because it will make it brittle. And one of these days you'll be twisting that tool and it's just going to snap in half where the weld is. Exactly. So it makes it brittle. So it's that. Yeah. Dave, behave yourself, Dave. So, okay, Jack, you wanted to see these, right? Do you have the version 2 at all? Okay. Well, it's great. It's really cool. You cannot convert it because you can see here that the top half is gone. Let me switch cameras. Okay. See how on yours there's more material. So he chopped off the material and then put the bridge so it's kind of like a path so you could see exactly what you're doing, right? These positioned left to right. Yeah. Hey, John. Are those your kids in the background? Yeah. There you go. No, someone's a little bit loud in the background, but you're good. You're fine. Or is that Colin? Colin with Dave? Dave making a racket? So, Jack, my suggestion, well, you could go either way, because these are $300 the way they sit, right? And they're fine. However, if you do have version 2, you could get the bridge for $100 and make it into a pivoting tool as well. So, let me put you on hold 1 second, and I'm going to run to the showroom and grab it, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay. Okay, so Jack. So the way Mike from B&D designed this bridge here, can you see it? I'm sorry. Let me go over here. He designed it to go underneath because it'll lock in. This is the original fender pliers that you have. So let me move this so you get a better contrast. So what I did was I put it on the top, and you put the set screw up there on the top, and then you could spin it just fine and get it out of your way. So if you're on a panel, you just throw it in there and you twist to get it out of your way, and then you're able to see what you're doing. So don't feel like, you know, your fender pliers are old and outdated because you don't have version 3. You could get the same results by keeping the fender pliers and just getting the bridge for it, which costs $100 rather than spending $300. But we'll gladly sell you the $300 one. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yep. It's the thing with the fender blowout tool too, that some guys, they think they just need to use it on the inside, but you could use it on the outside as well. If you have a kink sticking out on the fender, these are smooth, and you could technically, they're smooth enough that you could put them on a painted surface, unless they're, you know, chewed up from going, you know, in your toolbox and get thrown around. Then it's a different story. But the way I designed these for Mike. That was my last gift to him before I moved from California. And no, I don't get any royalties or anything like that. But the way we designed them, he had this pivots. There's a ball in there, so it'll pivot around. And also, I don't know if you could see that. If you could see that, that's actually cut out. Can you kind of see that maybe? I don't know. So that'll get that edge all the way down to the edge of the fender on majority of cars. So it's kind of cut out to do that. Mike is a little bit of a pain in the ass to deal with sometimes. It's like, no, why do you want to do that? I'm like, well, you're not a PDR technician. You don't understand why you need to do that. But he usually comes around. So, but so that position, you see how that just pivots on there? So that'll go with the form of, you know, whatever you need to do on the fender. Yeah. Yeah. And you can put it on the painted surface as well and push on it to get that kink if you got a blowout. Exactly. But that's how we designed this bridge, was to go flat and not move like that. And I didn't like that, so I just popped it on top. And it made it into a pivoting tool at that point. So if I could get it in there. Yeah, yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to see? We have our whole showroom here. Kyle, you got anything? John, you want to see anything? John, you were one of the first you got the first chance at our inline handle.
I'm gonna put you to camera 1.
He was one of our testers for that. What did you think of that, John? I know your mic is muted.
Lee Roth looks dangerous, right?
All right, John, don't talk to us then. And he's gone. Okay, tool cart holders. Okay,
Which,
the XL ones.
all of them?
Okay.
Look at 'em.
Yeah. There's some in the warehouse. If you walk out the door to the right, or to the left now. So that's the two comparison there, the version 2 and version 3. I'm not sure what version 1 was for the vendor pliers. I didn't realize there was a version 1. And Lee Roth, he's on here right now. We were talking earlier about this was Christina's favorite tool that's now hubbed. Lee had trained Christina in PDR probably about 2 years ago now, I think. And this is a nice little buddy tool that he had. And it's shaved all the way from the tip all the way up to right about here. And it's a nice little addition. Yeah.
You know, I can put my TDN cart in here that has the longer.
How long would you say that is? About 12 inches? Maybe longer.
Yeah.
Maybe 15?
16. I think 16.
Yeah. 15, 16 inches long. It's a nice little addition to anyone's tool cart. So these are our small trays right here. Someone asked about, was that you, Don? Okay, so all our tool trays, they're a little bit different than some of them out there. They're a lot thicker aluminum than the majority of the ones that are out there. They don't bend very easily, so there's not a lot of drooping going on when you put a heavy load of tools on it. They come in, 4 different colors? I believe there's blue, there's red, powder-coated green, aluminum, and black. And then Christina's getting the XL holders right now as well. But this is just our standard one. It's going to be all holes and then all whale tails on one side. With these we don't. I think these are like $30 a piece, I believe. I think they're 25. And I'm bad with prices. That's really not my department, so I can't rattle off prices very well. But I think these are 25, and then the powder coated green one is $30. You wanted to see the XL ones.
Yeah, I know. They're like.
You know, I know where they are. Christina's going to show you another new product, another new prototype that's going to come out here in the next week or two.
No, this is good so they can see it.
You're not going to be able to hear it though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to take your headphones?
What's that?
Headphones? Will I be able to hear them now?
Let me switch it over and I think we'll be able to. There might be a little bit of an echo. You know what? I'll just make it on the computer over here. It might be far enough away.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. You're good.
Somebody say something. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I can hear you. So this is one of the new items. This is a prototype. Move it that way so you can see it more. That will be hopefully coming out with our first batch of them on May 8th at our open house. As you can see, it's a wedge, but it's also a pry tool. So there's going to end up being multiple attachments. And this is really, really stiff, but there's going to end up being multiple attachments. See how I'll be able to just, I'm going to get closer. See how I'm able to just slide the head off? So there'll be interchangeable options for this tool. So it'll be super multi-use. Like I said, this will be coming out, our first round of them, May 8th at our open house.
Sweet.
Yep, we'll be.
What other attachments are gonna be available in the future?
Those that would stuff falling in the bottom of the door as well, won't it?
Right, yeah. So other attachments will be like, you know, having a V right here in the middle for prying. There's another one, but we've worked with Chad with Endeavor Tools, has helped us, and he did all the designing of this for us, and we're really excited to finally be able to bring it out to the market. I think there's going to end up being maybe 4 attachments, but they won't be all at once. We'll probably just do, you know, as they're made. Otherwise, we'd have to wait years and years to be able to get the product out. Okay, we got a tool cart coming in now for you to see the XL tool trays. There we go. Different options.
They only come in black.
Yeah, these XL ones only come in black. So tons of different options to configure. There's also the utility tray.
I couldn't find one.
I know, which we have bolted to a cart. Maybe we can just flip this camera and they can
Move
see
that
it.
camera. That there?
Here, let's pick up this table. And
Yeah.
you might be able to get it.
I'm looking at the screen, it's harder to do. Okay. Okay.
So this is my dad's tool cart. This is the utility tray here. Set your glue gun on it, anything. It's got these notches. You can put your blending hammer. I mean, any tool you'd want to. Really, you can just configure it to whatever ergonomically works best for you with the XLs. I feel like we're missing one.
What's nice is like when you're dealing with the hub tools, I think there was, well, John's not in here now, but there was the other fella. Who
Let me
was
turn it on so you can see this.
Chris Dale. There's fender washers that you can color coordinate
Right.
the top. Now keep in mind this is the old TDN tool cart. There's a new version out, which we also sell. Is that gonna work?
Yeah, but here you can see he's got his hub tools in here. And what Vince was talking about is a lot of guys are color coding the top of their hubs so they can quickly grab which one and know which size it is. What are they saying? I can't hear them.
Jack, your mic's muted.
Oh, said that's a good idea, color coding them, that's, instead of having to look down and trace them up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, I'll slide this.
So Don, with the sets, we do sell a set of, I believe it's 1, 2, and then the utility tray that you see here. When you buy the utility tray, well, actually, let me go back. Whenever you're buying, you know, people ask us all the time for discounts at Anson, and we can't do discounts at Anson
I'm gonna put it on your face.
because we sell other people's tools. So what we do to compensate for that is that we are able to set up set prices and group prices for stuff that we sell that are ours. So if you buy, you're always going to save more money the more money you spend on the sets. So if you buy this XL, this XL, and the tray, I believe it's like 200 and...
I'm gonna try to copy and paste the link into the chat.
Yeah, we'll try and do that. We'll try and post the links onto it. Because what will happen is you'll save a considerable amount of money, whether it's on trays or handles. All our sets even the tequila handles and tools, if the way we've designed it is to you buy one set with the handle, right? Say you buy the Door Lord set with the Gorilla Grip handle. You're going to save about $75 to $80 by buying it with the handle. And then we have sets without the handle that you're still going to save money on. The only time you're going to pay full price for anything that's tequila line or Anson line is if you're buying them individually. That's when it's going to be full price. We can't do discounts on other people's products. We sell, we're the largest distributor in the world of other people's products. We now have our line of tools where we're not going to discount them, but we're going to give you set discounts if you buy them in sets. So buy this handle with a set, and then the next time you need something, say you wanted the blade set, we'll just buy the blade set without the handle, and you'll probably save about $50, $60. So that's how we have it set up. That way you guys are getting good value. We're still meeting our numbers that we need to meet, and we're not pissing off our vendors by trying to discount their tools, which we're just not allowed to discount their tools. Those are the agreements we have with the vendors. I don't allow Anson to discount my Magnatech mat. It is $107. Whether you go to Dentcraft here or my website, it's all the same. So we get that question on a daily basis. Can I get a deal? Can you discount? And we just can't, unfortunately. Yeah. So John, are you still liking your inline handle, Krug?
Me on mute here. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, this thing keeps booting me off. You asked me a question and all of a sudden it went blank on me, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, I have all the Gorilla Grips. I've had the original, the T-handle, and you guys were gracious enough to send me the inline.
Yeah.
And they're all amazing. If you guys don't have them, you have no idea what leverage is.
Yeah.
You know, the inline, I've never been a big pick guy, but I am now.
Yeah.
So that's definitely on my list when I come down in May is to grab some more picks to go with the inline, because I got a handful, but I definitely need to expand on that.
Well, the good thing is we have some other picks now, which I was showing some of the other fellas earlier, is the Caballero set. We have, these are bladed, heavily bladed and sharp, so you could drag with them. This is based off of an old Dent Wizard design from the early 90s. And a lot of these sharper tools are starting to come back because the metals nowadays are a lot sharp, or you're dealing with aluminums and high strength steels, and we need sharper tools now. So that's the single bend Caballero, and that is absolutely perfect with the inline tool handle. So, you know, you're good to go. You could side load if you want to. Now, so that's the Caballero 1, and the Caballero 2, obviously the Caballero 2 because it's got a double bend. But that's more suitable for a T-handle, in my opinion, because of it being a double bend. Make that back into a T-handle. What's up, Tim? How are you down there or up there in Illinois?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Tim has the best mustache in PDR. Oh, he got rid of the pencil mustache. It used to be a little bit tighter on top.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I think I let it get a little thicker, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's what she said.
How you doing, Ray?
What's up, boys? How's it going?
It's
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Are you guys getting an echo at all, or is it good?
Good.
No, you're good.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to take my headset out.
I think I kind of missed something as I was kind of going in and out. Did you guys are coming out with something to color code the tops of the hubs?
We're trying to get the fender washers in different colors right now. I'm dealing with a couple different companies. This COVID stuff, sometimes dealing with it is a real pain in the butt. We seem to be moving along just fine. It's other people that are outside of our industry that are struggling more than others.
Yeah, that was the only thing with the inline handle, it doesn't.
I feel like I'm in the Brady Bunch scene.
No doubt. Here, come over here, Christina. You're all on now. It's a party.
Somebody typed me a question and I'm trying to figure out how to get back to it.
Oh,
Cheers. Christina!
Hey guys! Wow! Haven't seen you in forever.
I'm watching yours and running mine at the same time.
can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, I'm deaf, so.
No, it's worked out having two of us because Vince can be talking and I can be chatting or grabbing products. So I don't know how you're doing it with just one person.
I got Jay helping me and my partner Zach over here too. We had a little lapse for a second. I'm like, let's go say hi to Ants.
Yeah.
I keep jumping over to make sure nobody else is jumping in with us over at the booth.
Fun. So have you guys been getting like a lot of people interacting?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Doesn't do that. There's gaps in between. Uh-oh, someone's over here. Okay, I'll be back. Sorry, gotta go.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, we've been talking to somebody, at least 1 to 6 people the whole time. This is like the Brady Bunch.
It's good to see everybody.
It really is. It's good. If anybody's listening that chatted me, can you try to chat me again? I don't know how the chat thing is working. Like to just me. Anyway.
I need to get my tools hub, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that when I see you all at the open house.
Oh, awesome. Who is that talking? I can't see.
I think that was Ray.
That was me, Ray.
That was me, Ray. Oh, now I'm seeing. Okay. Thank you to whoever chatted me so I could see that.
That was me.
Awesome. Thank you. So Ray, you're getting stuff ready to hub May 8th? You're going to come check them out?
Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I didn't want to haul a bunch of stuff over, but I'll come by and talk to you guys about it once you get it. So just clean up the cart a little bit and make things a little easier, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you already have the handles?
I do.
Okay. Cool. Fun. A lot of people are going to all of it. Did you show them just the hub? I guess you did.
Yeah.
Went over whoever
I don't
doesn't
think Ray
know.
was in the room at the time.
Yeah. But there we go.
Yeah.
Have you got any of the actual hubs yet, like this?
I don't, actually, Craig sent me one of those.
One. Okay.
And, yeah, just to kind of check it out, but I need to have somebody outfit it, you know? But
Right.
obviously I'm going to need more because I'm going to do them all.
Yeah. Well, again, when you're here May 8th, if you have a count of how many tools that you want to hub, these are heavy. You may not want to take them back with you. We can ship them to you after the event.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll all fit in my golf bag.
Yeah.
Hey Tim, are you coming down?
My buddy, if I can get away, I got like 3 different things going on all the time here lately. It'll slow down a little bit. I still got a little bit to do.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
waiting
beautiful.
on that Texas hell to move up here by me.
We're not
Hey,
ready.
you and me both, Tim.
That just means y'all have to come to Texas.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, we had some Illinois weather this morning. It was like
It's way too cold here right now.
Yeah, it was 43 degrees this morning.
It was colder than that here this morning.
Yeah. 43, hell, I'll golf in that weather.
Yeah, you're out on your Harley in that weather, Ray.
Right.
Back up in Chicago, as soon as it hit 32 degrees, everyone's out on their Harleys.
Hey, crazy up here, man.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Jay, you're coming May 8th, right?
You know it.
Yes.
It's up to 54 here now.
Woo. We're at 52. It's
Oh,
wonderful.
okay. Tim, I didn't hear you say, are you coming May 8th?
Can you say it again, man?
Are you gonna come May 8th to our open house?
I'm gonna try to, yeah. I've never, well, I didn't make it to the other store, but yeah, I'd like to come.
Yeah?
I just drove the girls about 3 o'clock this morning over to the airport. They all went to Florida. So I'm going all alone now. I get to watch whatever I want on TV.
Well, that's true. There you go.
I got the remote right here.
What's going on at the other booths over there?
I was over in the Dent Reaper thing for a minute, and those guys are all in there just chatting.
Yeah.
We all cracked open a beer, start the day.
I was gonna say, that's the first thing you did, wasn't it?
Pretty much. I was the one that started it. I'm like, John, where's your Coors Light, man?
No doubt.
And he's like, man, it's early. I was making coffee, so I walked over to my fridge and cracked one open. I just got done working on it.
Who said beer? Was that Ray?
Yeah, it was Ray. He's a bad influence.
Greg? Brother.
Oh, he is already getting it. What's up, Don and Jay? Tim?
What's up?
Kyle Anderson's a ghost. Here. Brendan?
Hi, Brendan.
Yeah.
So what kind of exciting stuff do you guys want to talk about today?
I was able to catch a couple of the speakers a little earlier. I was working, but I was listening to them. It sounded all good, man. Everything looks good. It's a really cool day and event.
Yeah, we only had a minor hiccup in the beginning with the audio, but once we restarted everything, it was gelling.
Yeah, I had a little audio difficulties too, kind of figuring out how to navigate through the platform and stuff, but
Yeah.
once I had that figured out, it was pretty smooth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had Craig. If you guys have any questions for Craig in regards to glues or tabs, he's here to talk about them.
We're going to get Jay. Well, there you go. Jay's gone. He was going to do a weather forecast on all the glues.
Oh, was he?
No, he did a video a couple of years ago, acting like he was a weatherman. I don't know if you guys saw that or not.
I don't think I saw that. Yeah.
I'm here for some general conversation about glue pulling, this, that, and the other. One of the most exciting things is Ray Sapnew's about to tell us when we're going to have lift rats back in stock.
So I just had that discussion last night, and they should be here early May.
Early May.
Yeah, the beginning of May we should have them.
So Anson's going to have about 400 lift rats here, maybe by May 8th. Probably not. We won't promise that, right?
Well, yeah, I'm hoping that would be amazing if we could make that happen now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said early May, so May 8th would be a very good possibility.
Well, I know we're excited here at Anson to be able to have the lift rats back in inventory. A lot of people love them and want them, and I think they're super cool. And just because I think it's super cool doesn't mean anything. But boy, a lot of people love them, and we'll be glad to have them back in stock.
Oh man, Craig, sorry, the audio got all jumbled up there, but
Craig, I just want to say you're a beautiful man.
Well, I get that a lot. Oh, Lordy. Jay, do you remember when you did the weather forecast a couple of years ago? You were a weatherman doing all the different glues.
I know.
You remember doing that one?
We need to do that again.
Do you guys have any particular questions or comments on glues or anything like that? Is the audio okay? So the audio is good?
Everybody.
We're losing everybody?
Yeah, they keep coming and going.
There, alright,
We're good?
yeah, no, they're good. Brendan's mic was a little bit hot there in the background,
Okay.
so I muted him. Yeah, you're fine.
I'm just going to start off and talk about a little bit about glue pulling and history. A lot of you guys already know this kind of stuff. I can only go as far back as I remember when Worth came out with some products that weren't necessarily for PDR, but we all bought the kits. Hey, James. We all bought the kits, cut our own tabs down, all that kind of stuff. You guys remember those days, I'm sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
One thing I didn't bring in here was our little black slide hammer. That's one of the things we did probably 20 years ago, was take that Worth slide hammer and make a 3-pound slide hammer out of it. And then we started machining tabs and things of that nature. Nobody knew anything back in the day, so the tabs that we machined weren't worth a flip. The only glues that were available were just trial and error, and they were all horrible compared to what's available today. Shortly after we all started fumbling around with different types of angles on how to do glue pulling and paintless dent repair, Denout actually came out with what I would call the first real glue that was good for our industry. It's the Denout Red, which was amazing. Still a lot of people's favorite. As far as glues go now, see what people can see. Everything's pretty dialed in and getting better all the time. Like I mentioned, the Denout Red was the first one, in my opinion, that was a real true glue for what we needed. And as you guys know, it's still awesome. Can you guys see this? Yeah, shortly after that, we did the green. The green, as it stands right now and has for a number of years, it's the #1 selling glue in the industry. Second place isn't even close. We develop and have all these glues formulated. We can't even knock our own glue off and make one better, it seems like. So the green is by far #1 in the world. So after the Denout Red, that was probably the next generation of glues. There's a black that we've had forever that's a good hot and humid weather black, the Black Widow. Great for Houston this time of the year. Maybe not this morning, it may be cool. The pink is one we did in about 2014 or 15. A lot of people love it. One of the things you guys already know, and a lot of people will find out, they'll gravitate to their favorites, and their favorites are usually going to be what you get used to. Different conditions, different times of the year, things of that nature. One of the things that we tried to encompass with our tequila line is something that's a good solid all-around glue, which is a tequila turquoise. Flies off the shelves, just excellent all-around glue. To try to accommodate even more on a day like today in Texas, we're up here in the Fort Worth area. It was in the 40s this morning. I believe that wind chill is probably still in the 30s. We have a tequila ice. So in the tequila line, you've got a good all-around, you've got a cool weather, which is indicative of the little blue tequila head right there. Then we have a tequila fire. The tequila fire, I bet you can all guess, is a top-notch warm to hot weather type glue. So just in that one line, you've got all around hot weather, cool weather type glues as well. Inside that line as well, we have a Tequila Collision. This is a very flexible glue. It'll work great in cold weather. Comparing it to a collision glue that's super strong and pulls really hard, this isn't going to do that for you. It's going to be more for using the flexibility of this glue to hold whatever you're pulling on under a tight static pressure while you're knocking down crowns and whatnot. If you want to pull a car in half, this isn't that particular glue, although we have some for that. But this Collision fits in a particular category that's well needed as well. Swiss Blue has been around forever. Not necessarily one of our formulas. Used to be the most popular glue in Europe years ago. It still holds good as a cold weather glue. We don't sell any of this June, July, August, but in the fall and winter, the Swiss Blue is still a big mover. This one's actually made in England. One of the things I do want to mention to you guys about all of our glues, made in the USA. We do have 2 or 3 in England, but these are all made in the USA products. Not Brazil, not Russia, not China, made right here in the USA. This turquoise, or not turquoise, it's kind of a teal colored glue, Glue Trax. Glue Trax was my favorite glue for a few years ago. Loved it. Perfect Texas glue. In the springtime, we have cooler mornings, hotter afternoons. I found out, for me personally, hooking up Glue Trax for most of the day, come back after lunch when it's 90 degrees, and start blending extreme purple with Glue Trax. I've always been a big purger of glues, and a lot of guys use purging. This is a great all-around. In the mornings here in Texas, when it gets over 90 in the afternoon, purge the purple, then go straight to purple. Orange Fire and our most recent glue that we came out with last year is Carbon Tech Slime. Just last week, Chris House sold out of these 2 on his van because the weather was getting hotter. Both of these are great all around. When warm weather starts, these things fly off the shelves. Orange Fire's been a big hit for years. The Slime we just introduced last year, big hit as well. Everybody's got their own favorite glues, and at 75 degrees, a lot of them seem very similar, but these 2 will stand out in hot weather, along with the root beer. Any of you guys that hadn't tried the root beer glue, it's been around for a while. If you hadn't tried it, I would encourage you to pick up a pack of this and compare it to any living glue on the planet. If you can find a better one, good luck. Call me and let me know. This root beer glue is just phenomenal. Hot weather glue as well. Oh, our own Anson Black. The Anson Black is a very popular glue. Our good friend Tom Price, you guys probably remember 2 or 3 years ago, saying it works 1,000% of the time. If you're unsure and don't know what glue to get, this is low temp conditions, average conditions. It's not going to do great for you in hot weather, but outside of that, well, somebody else was saying it works 1,000% of the time. That's the Anson Black. Here's another one of ours that we did with Keith Cosentino. How many years ago has that been now? Probably 4, 5, 6 years ago. It's Tab Weld. Most all you guys are familiar with Tab Weld, and it's a big time favorite for a lot of people, as it should be. It's a great all-around glue. It can get too hot for it, it can get too cold for it, just like a lot of glues, but we do have adhesives that I already mentioned for that. Last but not least of the glues I brought out today This is the original package of the Daniel Grom Moto PDR glue. We did it with the orange and then a black. The black is a hot, humid weather type glue. Houston, Texas in the spring, 90 degrees, whatnot. Thing about it, all you guys wanted the orange only. So the Hog Orange has probably been one of our biggest sellers. Am I holding the bag right, Vinny?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good. Yeah, perfect.
Probably been one of our biggest sellers over past 3 years. Now that I've confused you with all these great glues, which one do you get? What do you guys have opinion-wise? Questions, comments, anything like that I might be able to confuse you more on? Hey, John, Andy, Brendan, how y'all doing?
I'm good, how you doing, Greg?
Man, I'm doing great. I was riding my horse into work this morning.
Great to see you, brother.
Yeah, I was riding my horse into work this morning, as we all do here in Texas. And I started thinking about, as cold as it was this morning, I need to talk to these guys about temperature ranges of glues. And Kobe just got in here, so he missed part of it, but we'll get to see you May 8th and go over some more. How
So
you doing, Kobe?
Andy and Kobe both said that Hog Orange has been their go-to for the past year.
Andy and Kobe? Well, I'll tell you what, if Hog Orange is your go-to, you're doing the right thing. There's a lot of glues that are, I could pick 10 out of here that'd be my favorite, but the Hog glue would rank up there. There's 1A, 1B, a lot of them very similar.
I used your cold weather glue for the first time this past winter, and it worked great too. It pulled hard.
Tequila Ice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Tequila Ice.
That's your microphone right there.
Oh, hell, I didn't even know where the microphone was. The Tequila Ice, we just did the last MTE that was actually live and didn't get canceled. We introduced the Tequila Ice. Unfortunately, the official batch, when it got in, was wrong. We had to throw all that crap away. So we redid it, and anyway, you've got the proper Tequila Ice now, and you know what I'm talking about, right, Andy?
Yeah, Chris said you cussed me a little bit on that.
What do you say?
You have a question.
I do.
Yeah, which glue recommended for hot, real hot, and humid?
Okay.
Now Nelson, he's down in Florida. Nelson Garcia.
Down in Florida? A lot of people that have been calling in for hot, humid glues, we always recommend the Black Widow, which is going to be on the last one I find. Hot and humid weather glue, Black Widow, you can't go wrong with. It's been around for forever as far as the glue world goes. As far as hot weather, August of last year, this slime glue, which we just put out last year with Carbon Tech, August of last year, it was our #1 selling glue. Like I told you guys earlier.
Last year.
What's that?
Andy?
Yeah, slime glue you came up with last summer, it works great too with humidity.
Yeah. So whoever had the question in Florida on hot and humid, the black, the slime, you can't go wrong with those. Now it can get too damn hot and too damn humid to even glue pull, but when you're pushing the extremes, if this doesn't work, you're gonna have a rough day. Now there's one glue I didn't bring in here. When it gets super hot, there's a glue called Red Chili, and I don't recommend it as an everyday use glue. There's also a Yellow Jacket that we carry, but when it gets just Texas or Arizona 95 degree everyday kind of stuff, and you're trying to glue pull in the afternoon and trying to keep your panel temperatures manageable, the Red Chili, if all else fails, go to that for hot weather. And if that doesn't work, it's just too hot. Simple as that.
Do your glue pulling in the morning.
I tell you what, I've glue pulled more hail damage rails than I can even count. And a bunch of them has been in Texas over the years. Yeah, glue pull in the morning, because after lunch, if you're standing on a quick bench, glue pulling an SUV, it gets hot up there and it's a lot tougher to glue pull, at least where I live. I'm gonna bring a couple of more things out. You guys fire some questions or comments or throw rocks at me or whatever suits your pleasure today. I'm gonna go into glue guns. You guys have all heard of the Trifecta. Can you see the package? Yeah. Okay, the name Trifecta basically stands for Anson. James Lee, if you're still on there, you were a minute ago. Anson, Elimident, and TDN. That's the Trifecta. That's the three companies that pulled our minimal brain power and some resources together and had this gun built by the same company that builds the Tech 305. It's a hell of a gun. It's a hell of a gun. One of the best things about it is it's simple. It doesn't have a bunch of crap on it and different buttons, and you can change your temperature to 3 degrees more or less. It doesn't have a bunch of crap on it that's going to fail. Hopefully I can get a side view you guys can see. And when you're looking at glue guns, there's so many simple things, but you see how this is pitched downward? The reason why this is pitched downward is one of the many things that helps it be a top-notch, top-end glue gun, built by people that know what the hell they're doing. You see a lot of glue guns out there, anywhere from the craft store quality, $18, $20 range, up to other ones that are talked about. If you see somebody promoting a glue gun that's not tilted down like that, first of all, the gun was built wrong. Simple as that. If it's flat, you're going to end up getting more air bubbles and things of that nature. So the Trifecta is as good a gun as there is on the planet. Nothing exceeds it. This thing, let's see if these guys can see that, has two positions. This is a fire up position I just hit on the red light comes on. That'll get you to 383 degrees in 3 minutes. This one's loaded with a Milwaukee battery. You can do DeWalt, Ryobi, Makita. The other position is an echo mode, which is a blue light. I don't know if, there you go. You can see the blue light a little bit. That's an echo mode. The echo mode is sort of like these cars that you drive. You can pull up to a stop sign and it sounds like they quit running. That's an echo mode. That's built into this gun as well. It's going to take your battery life. This is a 5-hour M18 battery on here. If I hit the fire up position, it's going to get to 383 degrees in 3 minutes. Out of that 5-amp battery, I may only get 3 or 4 hours out of it because we're running it on the fire up hot position. I can switch that to the blue echo mode, which is 329 degrees, and it'll triple whatever battery life you're getting. If you're getting 3 hours out of a particular battery, you'll get 9 on echo mode. I'm not saying I recommend running it on echo mode all the time because some of these glues need to be in a high mode. Some of the glues that have a viscosity that's a little more runny, run them on echo mode. I think I already mentioned it. This gun pushes 2.5 pounds of glue in an hour. One of the things that, oh man, it's growing by leaps and bounds, the collision glue pulling in the industry. In my opinion, you're going to do any type of glue pulling. The first 2 things, oh, did we lose it?
No, you did.
Okay. The first 2 things you need are quality adhesives and delivery systems. This is the best delivery system you can get at a 2.5 pound an hour push. Amazing. Almost foolproof gun. Got any idea how many we've sold, Christina? 3,000?
I don't, but I just chatted all of them the link to
Okay.
the,
I was just about to say.
yeah.
So out of ballpark 2,500, 3,000 of these out on the market, we've had 4 or 5?
5 total. No,
5 total failures, and a couple of them have been from guys dropping them from on top of a pickup, and so that's an incredible rate of attrition. Getting 5 returns, 2,500 to 3,000 electronic things. The only thing better than that is if you're like Kobe and now you're into the big smash repairs, and you want to really do some big pulling and using big Kiko, Cam Auto, any type of big tabs out there. A lot of guys want a gun with a higher output. Can you guys see this? It's tagged as a Anson Collision Cordless Glue Gun. It's got the same internals as the Trifecta. So it's a knockdown, gorgeous, simple, massive version of the Trifecta. This thing pushes 5 pounds of glue per hour. Same setup. You can go straight with Ryobi, or you can hook up an adapter to go with Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, something else, Bosch. Yeah, Bosch, we don't sell much of. But this is an amazing gun. What are these, 150?
Yeah, and I chatted all of them the link to both
Okay.
glue guns.
And we only have a few of these left, I think. We don't have a big stock of these collision guns, so if any of you guys want to get hooked up with the collision gun that for whatever reason you need to push 5 pounds of glue per hour, God bless you. That means we're selling you a lot of glue. Now I'm going to take a break and a sip of root beer. Who's got some questions or comments or anything? Kobe, you guys are getting snowed on up there, or you were a couple of days ago. Is it pretty deep? Am I supposed to be over here?
There you go, he's my
That's aside from College Station.
Who's in College Station?
What's that, Brendan?
Old B Shy. And
Bur-
Sucker.
Hey, Brandon Shy, you called me yesterday. I just got the message a little bit ago. I'll give you a call later.
Yeah, Craig, the water snow's gone right now.
Oh, really? You're not going out snowmobiling this afternoon?
I think it was supposed to get in the 50s there today or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be mid-50s today, but then snowing again on Monday. But it snows here in the morning and it's gone by the afternoon,
Yeah.
unless we get a deep one.
John, how about where are you at? New York area? Cold? Beautiful? What?
Yeah, we actually, man, we actually did get a little bit of snow Thursday night and Friday, just a dusting. It's been pretty nice though. That was the first kind of cold snap we've had. It's actually above normal. It's been in the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
So that was a couple weeks of that to be cleaning cars off yesterday.
Now,
Man,
now you travel around and work in different spots throughout the day. Is that right, John?
I'm in the same city. I'm right around the Albany area. So
Okay.
I travel no more than 15, 20 minutes, so.
My question is, you have some dents that you're not going to be able to push. You have to glue pull, and you have some inclement weather up there. What type of glues do you use to combat the cooler temperatures and whatnot?
I pretty much, when it gets cool, I go inside. Most of my accounts will have it inside.
That's the best remedy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really glue pull. I don't really work outside very much if
Yeah.
it's cold, but I use the tequila ice if it's a little cooler.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I get them inside. I'm a big tab weld guy, kind of my favorite go-to.
Yeah.
And if I really need a good pull, I use a tequila hot, tequila fire.
Right.
And I just warm the pan with that because nothing pulls like that.
Yeah, it hooks up hard.
That stuff is, I've tried pretty much everything you've shown there, I've tried, and in my opinion, I know everybody has a different opinion, that tequila fire pulls harder than anything I've used.
It's pretty amazing, that's for sure.
Panel, but that stuff's amazing. There's times I can't get it off, and I wish I had to use it. I gotta get extra tent back to the heat gun because because I know if I snap it off, I'm gonna have a lot of knockdown work to do.
Yeah. Well, it's a double-edged sword. I know one of the things, we get a lot of calls. You know, not everybody's been in the dent business or has been glue pulling for 20 years. Some people have been in it 20 minutes or 2 years. And so we get a lot of questions. A lot of guys are outside, maybe doing a dent in a parking lot, you know, trying to do what they can to, you know, make $1 or $2. And we get a ton of glue pulling questions. And, you know, some of the things that we end up having to tell people when they think they've got the conditions right on that panel, and say it's cold weather and they're mobile and all their tabs are cold. And as soon as you put hot glue on a cold tab, you just rent your situation. You know, in the sun, you know, if the sunlight's hitting the car, a lot of guys don't realize it doesn't have to be real hot. And if you're trying to glue pull outside and the sunlight's hitting the area where you're pulling, it doesn't have to be really hot for you to fail, you know. So if anybody you guys know or any of y'all ever need to call in here, we've got some simple things like that people just don't think of, you know. Take the tip of your gun, get your tab hot. You know, a lot of guys in cold weather, that's where they're failing. They're getting a cold tab and shooting hot glue on it, and they're working outside. And that's just a simple common sense thing that you figure out after you've failed yourself a few times.
Yeah, it's temperature is kind of everything, you know. I use obviously a heat gun to heat the panel, duster spray upside down to cool the panel sometimes. You know what I mean? If it's summertime and it's real hot, but
Yep.
if you start doing either one of things, it's real hard to get a consistent pull.
Yeah.
You gotta spend too much time messing with the temperature, but I mean, you do what you gotta do, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. I've worked in a lot of hot weather just because of proximity to where I live, and one of the biggest hail targets on the planet's the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so inevitably, if you're working hail around here, you may have some cool days, but you're gonna have some real hot ones. And I've found working inside a shop with some air circulation or even some fans blowing on the area that you're pulling really helps, because we have a humidity level that gets crazy sometimes, and just having some air, dry air blowing around, simple things like that make a world of difference. But it's also trial and error and failure, and I failed a whole bunch of times before I figured half this stuff out, and I'm still working on it. So how are you guys enjoying the Dream event? Go ahead, John.
I said, I keep one trifecta up with the tab weld. That's my go-to.
Yeah?
And then I got one with the tequila fire, one with the tequila hutch. And if I can't get it out with any of those, then we're in trouble, I guess.
Yeah, if you can't get it with those three combinations, you might as well take the day off.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So, it's good.
So you're running 3 trifecta glue guns.
Well, I run one at a time, but it's too hard to switch glues back and forth.
Yeah.
So I got myself somewhere, I got one for hot weather, one for cold weather, and
Yep.
then my average, in the mill, day to day. Been running them for a couple of years now, and the only problem I ever had was the adapter broke, and you replaced it for me.
Right.
Well, back, so, and I dropped the gun. I told you I dropped it. I was
Yep.
more than willing to buy an adapter, but we just zero problem. So they get used, like I said, probably. My tab weld one's my go-to. That's been used, like I said, daily for
Right.
I don't know, probably going on years now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and the trifecta came out, and it's
Yeah,
bulletproof. Really.
Yeah, you can't beat it. And then, like you say, if it gets too hot, you're using the fire, and too cold, you're using the ice. It's a really awesome deal. I'll tell you what, especially with you talking about the adapter like that, we got a lot of amazing products. Tools, accessories, glues, tabs, just a lot of amazing products. But I think what makes us most proud is hearing stories like that, because if we don't have customer service, we don't float. And everybody around here takes a lot of pride in customer service. And entrust us with things. If we fail, we'll make it right.
We'll sneak out. I was gonna say thank you, Craig, for all y'all done and everything.
Hey, Andy, thank you guys. We appreciate each and every one of you. We're standing right here in a new building that was a long time coming, and all you guys is who we've got to thank for this. But show up and help us make the payments on it.
Can't wait to see it in person. I'm pumped.
So all you guys going to try to be here May 8th?
Yes, sir.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
We're going to put our best foot forward. It's going to be a fun event. Lots of drawings, giveaways. Christina has some amazing friends that do an awesome barbecue. That'll be here. What all cool stuff's going on?
Oh yeah, they're gonna bring their taco truck.
Yep, taco trucks.
Truck. That's gonna be delicious. I mean, we're expecting a big crowd.
You know, it never hit me till I saw somebody make a comment the other day about an event with people getting together and being in the same building and same parking lot in our industry. This isn't going to be any MTE with thousands of people, but it'll be the biggest event in a year and a half of people actually getting out and have fellowship with one another, have a beer, talk shop, things of that nature. So we're excited for that, for everybody to get to come together right here at our place, especially for 25th anniversary.
Go.
What?
There's Mr. Vidine.
John Vidine?
Are you drunk yet, John? We can't hear you. You gotta unmute your.
Can't hear you, John.
He's drinking a Pabst, it looks like.
I'm drinking a Pabst hard coffee.
Ooh.
Oh,
I've been saving this for you, John.
I got a fridge full of those. It's still a little early. It's on the early side, so I'll be on the Coors Light in no time. I have a commitment to the bar later tonight, so I gotta pace myself.
Okay. Well, you learn that with age, right?
I think it's at 4.
What do you say?
He
Yes,
thinks
sir.
it's at 4.
Oh,
You guys having fun yet today?
yeah, we're having fun.
Then go for you.
I've been up and down on a 12-foot ladder about 1 million times already this morning, trying to get this showroom area ready for you guys for May 8th, and it's going to be beer 30 here after a while. We're having a blast today, actually.
Yeah, that glue wall looks impressive.
Did y'all show him some photos of the glue wall?
no, he would have seen it online.
Oh.
JP says Vince looks different.
Well, Vince is different. He's a Texan now. He started off as a Chicagoite and then a Californian, so he's evolving into a Texan.
Yes, I look different now. Ain't that right, Mr. JP?
Where's JP? How's everything in Canada? I hear it's not good.
He likes to swim across the border into Detroit and then swim back just to piss off his fellow Canadians. Is that right, JP? Where's your mug?
He's not, yeah.
Where's the new
Yeah, I
one?
don't know why he's not joining in video, but
Not in here.
we might all be better off.
That's a good point, John. In fact, I think Canada land, they're preventing videos to prevent the spread of COVID. Oh, there he is with the little baby. Hey.
So we can't even talk back to the party.
Nice. Start them young. Here.
That's right.
Cheers.
Oh, you're already on the drink stuff, are you?
Not yet.
Yeah, Benny's on it.
Full set of Reaper picks. I mean, it's probably a good place to start.
I tell you what,
The minis for now, right?
about
I'll go grab this.
About an hour ago, I just unboxed the Reaper picks that showed up here yesterday, John. So we have them hanging. Vinny's going out to,
Christina has one.
oh,
Look how pretty, all stainless.
yep.
It's a beautiful thing. Put
Can,
this little jammer on there and life is good.
yeah, well, tell you what, we've got all sorts of jammers. You can put the Gorilla Grips on.
Jammers.
Inline. But yeah, we just got all these sets in, so. Reaper picks with the tequila hubs on them. They're shiny. I might even be able to fix a dent with one of those.
What else is happening down at Anson today?
Well, I was gonna be on from 12 to 12:30. It's 12:31 now. And then I'm gonna be back on a ladder here in a couple of minutes, working in the showroom, hanging tools, really exciting stuff.
I'm about to do a tour of the showroom.
Oh, Christina's about to do a tour of the showroom. Are y'all ready for a tour of the showroom?
You betcha.
Check it out.
Tell
Hey.
them, let's say 12:45, because I gotta switch. I'll tell them.
Okay, Christina's gonna fill you in on, hey guys, enjoyed seeing and visiting with all of you. Hope to see you all May the 8th. If you can't make it May the 8th, you follow us some online, you follow Tool Porn Thursday, comment to win. We're gonna be doing all sorts of giveaways and drawings. I think me and Mr. Vidine are probably gonna give away a set of these picks that day, May 8th. Does that sound good, John?
You betcha. We could probably do that.
Are you coming, John?
Great plan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, okay.
I got a premium cabin.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Premium.
That's what they call it. I don't know.
No, they're really nice there. They are.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna turn y'all over to the boss.
Yeah, you'll love Jellystone. Yeah, I was just gonna let y'all know that it's 12:31 now. Come back on at 12:45 because I have to switch laptops and cameras. So 12:45, I'll do a walkthrough of the showroom and whatnot. So anything else y'all want to see, let us know. But we'll do a walkthrough of the showroom and then we'll be back live in here right after that. Woohoo!
Sounds good.
So go visit a couple other people for about 10 minutes and we'll be back.
How you doing, Rick?
Good, how you doing, Kobe?
You doing alright?
Yeah.
Good job the other day, buddy.
What's that?
Good job on that dent the other day.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate the input.
Yeah.
Well,
Anytime, man.
what are you doing? You doing like tint and stuff now too, wraps or what?
We are moving in that direction. We are adding in the window tint, adding in clear bra.
Okay.
All things like that. Yo.
What up, Carlos? So is that the same shop you've always been in? Is that something they're doing, or are you on your own now?
It's the same shop, but it's all through me.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
That's all good.
Did you watch much of this today?
You know, I'm not a real good technical guy. I got under for a year. I tried getting on right away. I was having tons of issues. My wife helped me. She's good with this stuff, but I think there's just so much going on here. It's just like overwhelmed, and because there's a lot of things I can't even pull up or do.
Well, it's good that they're recording the video so you can come back in 30 days and still watch them. Good.
I think that's gonna be my plan, because trying to watch some of them, you know, like
things are freezing up and whatnot, so, you know, it's probably almost not even worth my time to try to struggle through it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to come on here, see some people, buy some tools, you know, shit like that.
Are you guys gonna make it down to the open house?
I don't think so. We just had the little one or whatever, and we just finished our house. We just built a new house, and we just finished that up and got moved in. And but I want to try to. I think there was like a MTE Toledo said maybe this fall or something, or MME. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I think MTE Vegas is scheduled.
Las Vegas.
Right? Are you going to that?
Not positive yet.
I was thinking I might go to that.
Yeah. I'm waiting to hear on some schedules of some other things before I commit to that.
Gotcha.
Morning, Don. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I want to try to get somewhere, some sort of networking group, or I'd like to go down to Anson. I just don't think I'll make it.
Reach out to Gene Fetty.
What's he got?
He's got that PDR 20 group he's trying to put together.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, reach out to him. He's looking for a few more people to join into it. It's a pretty good deal. There's a lot of knowledge and a lot of good guys in there to help all of us grow.
Okay. What is it called? Something 20?
PDR 20 group. I can write that down. Where?
Been busy then, or what?
We've been pretty slow. This last week, this week, and next week's been pretty busy. And then I'm gone for 2 weeks between the training and the Anson open house.
Oh, really?
Hopefully, when I get back, it'll be picking up again. I'm hoping for an early hailstorm out here.
Yeah. You say you're going to training somewhere?
Yeah, I'm headed down to San Antonio for the Clear World training.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right on. How long is that?
1 week.
Oh, okay. Is that, you get certified in that then?
I think so. I'm not fully sure. The regional guy out here that's telling me about it hasn't told me too much. I know it's a week-long class, and then I have the option to come back and do another week-long class for advanced training.
Gotcha.
I get through this a little bit now, and then go back for more. Morning, Jack.
Hey, Zach.
Barely.
Hey, you're still real quiet, man. I think it's worse now than it was before.
Hey, Rick, I'm gonna switch this to
Gotcha.
Hey y'all, welcome to the first annual Dream Event and welcome to the Anson booth. We're excited to have y'all here with us today.
One of us will be here from 10 to 2 covering all your questions, so please hang out.
Hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, cool. So my camera's flipped around so it's looking backwards for y'all, but I'm gonna try and get you a good view of outside. So here's where the showroom entrance, and then down by the flags is the office entrance. I'm gonna try not to be like Blair Witch right now and get y'all sick. soon. We have some customers, so just heads up. So here is the store. We're still getting everything set up. We've only been in here for almost 3 weeks. So we've been putting all of our tools, hanging up nicely. Our dent craft wall looks great. Got the scissor lift in the way. But nice fresh banner from them.
Looks like heaven.
Well, I'm glad you think that. Yeah, we still have some banners to hang up and some more tools to hang up. Here's our checkout stand. Everybody say hello to our tour attendees. Say hello, Paul.
How you doing? Paul's here spending money. Is she single?
And if you look straight through this window, you can see my grandfather's picture. You can still see the showroom.
That's awesome.
So here is the start of the blue wall over here. It's pretty big.
Now, do the customers get to climb the ladder to get to those top glues?
Well, it's not really practical, but it makes a statement.
I have to tell you, Christina, do you have any idea how tired my arms are going to be by the time I finger every tool in the door? Just to do that.
John, you will never get out of here.
Nope. Put the cot in the corner.
Yeah, so here's our big glass door that it's kind of chaos out there right now, but whenever y'all come May 8th, you'll be able to walk through and do some more shopping, but this is mainly where like demo pits are gonna be and where we'll hold like IMI training and classes. Not that anybody drills, but here's our hole plug wall that we started.
I didn't even know you made those. Wow.
I know, right? Now you know. It's a big shock. So this is, I'm in the warehouse now. I kind of did half of the showroom, but kind of give you guys a view of how big it is.
Now the whiteboards on the wall, that's where you guys can do presentations for like
Right.
different classes.
Yeah. Yeah, so this white wall, down below it where it's black, we'll have some tools hanging, kind of as our overstock, but above it, if anybody wanted to have a class here or a presentation or something, that's an open space to have like a projector or something. Have your talking points or images up there. But yeah, this area, which is full of stuff right now, this will be cleared out and pretty much empty most of the time to accommodate for speaking events whenever people want to come.
Will that be where we're doing the PDR 20 group meetup at?
Exactly, that's where you'll be for PDR 20. Don't be nervous, we'll have all of our tools put up by then. So you can see here, this is how all the tools in the warehouse are gonna hang. So all of our overstock is gonna be displayed nicely, just like this. So this is my dad's handiwork. He might be good at dents, but he is actually really good at building things.
I'll shop when I get it built.
I'm sorry, who asked the question?
Are all those tools hubbed that are hanging on that wall?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, John, these are all hubbed. So we had our machine shop that actually, gosh, it's just down the street from us now that we're in Burleson. They make, trying to get a good angle on these holders. These tool holders. See how they just slot in?
Yeah.
So we can hang multiple rods
in the same slot. Easy for us as far as stocking, but also easy for our customers, so,
Right.
yeah, easy for him to grab and then just hang back up. You guys may not care about that, but we certainly do when it comes to keeping tools organized in the store. So, okay, I did like half of the showroom, so we still have more of a blue wall, as you can see. It goes all the way down. We have tabs over here, glue guns out, tools hanging. I mean, we've got everything in stock, but we just have to get all of it hanging up nice and pretty by May 8th. Over here is going to kind of be our hail area where we have all the hatch hangers. And everything displayed nicely. Yeah, and then just again back to these hanging slots, all of the tools that don't have like a pipe handle, we have them just slipping into these slots. So we pretty much got all of our tequila line hung up. So yeah, and we have these rolling carts that make up our islands. That way when we go to empty, we can just grab a few things and roll. Get it? Because they're rolling carts. So, hey John, bye. Okay, sounds good. You're buying though. Okay. Hey John, I need a Dent Reaper banner.
Consider it done. How big?
I definitely need it to be 4 feet high, tall.
4 feet tall?
And then whatever width it needs to be for your logo.
Okay. I will, I'll find a way to make that happen. I think my standard ones are only 3 feet tall, so I'll work on it.
John, you didn't get to see the Reaper tools hanging on the wall out here.
Oh yeah, let's check it.
I did.
God, that glue wall's so cool.
Oh, did you get to see it, like, all the way?
Come on, man.
That's just the one side.
That is so awesome.
We have this side as well.
That is so cool.
John, I told her it looked like heaven in there.
Man, oh man.
So, John, this is our warehouse, so it's like our back stock, and then
Yeah.
look over here at that frosting on the walls.
Ready to rock. Love it, love it.
Hi, Stacy.
God, they look so pretty. Hanging
They
all
look
night.
good, don't they?
Being loud, I was just checking in. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Man, oh man.
So, what else do you want to do?
I'm so excited for this open house. I can't wait. Cannot wait.
I know. Here, I'll show Stacy the edgy stuff we have displayed up. Stacy, did Dave tell you I need a bigger banner?
I can't wait to see it live.
I know, we're excited. What else do y'all want to see? Y'all want to see anything else here? Do you care about the offices or the overshot?
Yeah, I'll see it all.
Okay, well, here's some of them. They're not super exciting yet. There's Pawpaw. And if you guys have been to our old shop, you will know that we had one bathroom, and now we have 2 women's restrooms and 2 men's restrooms. So we're really excited about that.
What about for us non-binary folk?
Outside, or you can just do it.
Sorry, I don't know why I make everything weird.
I'm running back to the movie.
Friday.
Dave's here with me too.
Oh my gosh, look who it is! It's Cowboy Mini.
Here for, I don't know, I'm here for
Dream event.
Where am
Where
I?
am I?
Somebody
Somebody please help.
Somebody please help.
So,
Who can guess the color of the kitchen cabinet?
Get some shit done, by the way. Get shit done. It's obviously turquoise, just like the tequila blue.
Oh, you were close, John. The lighting is off in here.
If you were paying attention earlier, in our room earlier, you were here for, Mr. Craig Dyer's speech about glues. And the #1 glue
Ever.
at Hanson and your ever is what? Cactus green.
Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
There you
So
go.
the lighting is off on the screen, but it is a brighter green than what you guys are seeing.
It's cactus.
Cactus green. All right.
It's good.
So we're gonna
echo for a minute.
But this is our conference room. We've been dubbing as our dream booth.
Here we go.
So, I'm gonna show you our storage, which you may not really care about, but you will see how much space we have made for the last Let me go get a battery attached one, and we'll get that fired up.
want something? Just had a Cliff Bar, so that should tide me over.
Yeah, the cream cheese in that bottom.
We have some Fuzzy's queso.
Oh, there you go.
Ow!
Kind of figured something out, I think. Yeah, between this dream event and then trying to get the showroom all ready, it's just been overwhelmed.
Hey, John, there's a ton of feedback that comes from your mic there, bud. That's why I keep on
Yeah,
muting you.
I'm not sure how to correct that. Let me go grab a headset and see if I can do that.
Okay, don't take it personal if I keep on muting you there. Let's see, what am I doing here?
Who wanted to see the big glue gun?
Hold on one second.
I did.
Okay, there we go. All right, you good?
Can you put it on camera too?
Yeah.
Camera one, camera two.
Camera two.
Camera one.
So here's the
Camera
size
two.
difference. Trifecta, and then the collision here.
That's a bigger shaft.
Well, it's gonna pump 5 pounds an hour.
That's what she said.
Opposed to 3 pounds, right?
And then Christina though.
And she's gone.
What?
She grew up with dent guys. She can hang with all of us. She'll put us all to shame.
Right.
Does that one heat up as quick as the smaller trifecta, or does it take a little longer?
Yeah.
What's that?
Does it heat up as fast as the smaller trifecta, or does it take a little longer?
Should be 3 minutes to get to 383.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Which way do I need to go here? I keep on going the wrong way.
I don't know. Let me take them.
All right. Yeah.
The main difference is the size of the gullet right here. The stomach or whatever. And the only real difference is the trifecta pushes 2.5 pounds per hour. This one, because of the bigger reservoir, you can hold more. So you're not gonna get a slow trigger. You know, you got more heated up, and this does 5 pounds per hour.
Also, I'm not really sure what you're gluing at 5 pounds per hour.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. A lot of people wanted a big cordless that pushes a lot, and so that's the only reason we tied up that in the collision.
Non-stop smashes, that's what.
Yeah,
them big tabs really need a lot of glue.
yeah.
Jobs.
And you know, there's equivalents in corded versions, but nobody wants corded versions anymore.
Does that kind of give you a perspective?
No way.
With me out of the way, maybe you can see it better. Can you see it better now, guys?
It's like the name, Vince's name's kind of cover him up.
What?
Vince's name's covering them up?
Really?
Oh, maybe scoot
It's
them back.
Vince's logo.
Oh.
My logo.
That they can see on their end
Oh.
that you're.
He said my logo.
We don't see the logo on our end.
Maybe now they can
Here.
see it better.
Let me move this down, maybe.
A little bit more, just a hair.
That's good.
That work? Jeez, we don't.
There. Now if I
You
move,
can
they
see,
can
I know,
see.
needs the.
Yeah, we
The
don't.
size of the trigger on that thing, you should be able to melt the skin off of all 4 fingers just insta fast, with just like one trigger squeeze.
That sounds like John Renstrom talking.
It is.
It is.
I know that voice. I do a podcast with that fella. All right, maybe that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to grab one of those when I come down.
Grab two.
Sure, why not?
Uh-huh. I was out there grabbing Reaper rods, and I had to help Paul. A customer came in.
They saw him.
Huh?
They saw him.
Oh, you saw Paul out there. Let me, I'll grab the other Reaper rods. Or, I'm sorry, they're called Reaper picks. And I guess these are the ones that caused all the controversy with Stanliner. I can see why they're an exact replica of anything Stanliner. Let me go grab the other ones.
Finding was showing his off earlier to John Scott. I was like, hey, those look familiar.
Oh, they're in trouble.
Yeah, that always made for some fun. You know, if it wasn't for the internet, what would we all bitch about?
Right. So I was saying, I broke one of my small dead center tabs the other day. I took a picture and sent it to a couple guys. Like, do I put this on Facebook now and complain about it? It only made me a couple $1,000. I don't know.
From a $3 plastic. My only complaint is when the damn thing costs me an extra $3. I don't care that I sacrificed the tab that fixed the car. I'm just annoyed because that car cost me $3 extra. It's like, not this turd. I mean, if it had been a nice car, you're like, that was $3 well spent. But you do it on like an 8-year-old Chevy 1500, you're like, that was a scab, man. That was not worth a $3 tab.
All right, well, I'm going to set up a 3-minute timer here, starting now. We'll see how quick that heats up. It should be a 3-minute startup time. But like you said, look at the side. I think, Renstrom, you got one of the collision guns, didn't you?
I've got the plug-in. I don't have the cordless.
Okay.
Because I'm not doing enough of the collision stuff.
That's true. But in the meantime, these are the rest of the Reaper rods that we are now carrying. And they have our stainless steel hubs welded on at the factory over at A1.
Nice.
So that's the longest one. And Christina's going to put, oh shoot.
What?
We got to go live with those. They're not up on our website. They're in draft right now.
Okay. You need me to turn them on?
Yeah. Christina's going to put those on, and then she'll put a link to these up there in case you're interested.
Obvious, but you are live with them right now.
Oh, right. But I mean, you can't go and purchase them from our site. Wise guy. Smart guy. All right. I believe they start at $129 for the small guy, and they go up in $10 increments. What we don't have up on the site as of yet, we're letting this run for a little bit. We will be offering a discount or a discounted set price if you buy it with a handle, if you don't have a handle yet. I think everyone here that I'm seeing in there, well, maybe not. Colin, you got to talk to Kevin over there at TDN. I was talking to him the other day. He hasn't been over across the pond to see all this neat stuff in person, because a lot of the times Kevin from TDN, he goes ahead and comes over here, sees the new stuff, and then brings it back to TDN. So he didn't realize TDN was just carrying the T-handle, and he didn't realize how many people were buying this. This outsells the T-handle at least 4-1. So I think they're gonna start carrying them over there at TDN.
Yeah.
If they haven't yet, they will be having them there shortly. So okay.
So now they have the link with the T-handle.
What's that?
Now they have the link with the
Okay, yeah, so there's a link with the T-handle up there. Let me get rid of something on my screen here. And we're coming up to the 3-minute mark. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Timer done. Stop. Stop. Okay, here we go. And then, oh yeah, puffs of smoke. It's a new one. Never seen that before.
It's a fresh one. Like literally just took it out.
Ah, the smell of glue in the morning. All right, so there's your glue. 3 minute from hot to full.
Nice. Nice, that's awesome.
So, and I'm still pumping glue.
One glue stick in 10 seconds.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gone.
That's crazy.
Now for my next stack, I'm going to put my tongue on the glue. So, yes. So you guys saw this, right? This is our prototype. This should be out shortly.
May 8th, we should have our first
May 8th.
thing. Should, fingers crossed.
So this is a designed by Endeavor Tools, right?
Yep.
Chad over there at Endeavor.
You
It's
did
a
on CAD.
Good, yep. Good Chad, good old Chad. So that's gonna, we're gonna have a whole bunch of different heads. So, someone came out of Russia, those knockdowns, those KOs. Well, we had already been working on this for the last year, and we're gonna have different attachments, different dollies that will attach onto this. That's why we're not carrying the KOs here at Anson, is because we have already developed something somewhat similar to that, and they're going to be available on this wedge. So the idea is it's a wedge, it's going to go down, it's not going to fall through, but also say you need to get into the fender liner, there's a fender liner. These are excellent, excellent R&I tools for door handles, trim.
It strips the wheel liners out quick.
It does strip, it does, but I find it, you know, like, you have to take a handle out. You get into the plastic handle, and sometimes, obviously, you don't want to use a screwdriver. You stick that in there, and you're able to pull it out. Belt moldings, headliners getting in there, just pulling it down a little. Maybe you have to get a tool in there. So that's what I use it for. I don't have a lot of luck as a fender liner, but I have more luck with this as an R&I tool. But we'll have dollies. There's going to be designs coming off of this where you're going to hit it with the hammer to move metal on an edge of a fender or quarter panel and stuff like that. Kind of similar to what the KOs look like, but a little bit different, a little bit more meatier, and hopefully a little bit more resilient, and they won't break like other products that are out there. Yeah. So this is a new glue that's also coming out. It's called a hard pull collision. It takes a lot longer to set up, but it's going to pull harder than anything that's out there on the market right now. That should be coming out. Actually, I think we have our shipment already. It's just waiting to be bagged up and sold at this point.
That one will actually be in a box.
It'll be in a box, yes, that's right.
And we'll do more sticks, yeah.
Yeah, so I think because of the amount of glue that you're going to be pushing, doing big tabs, we're selling it in bags of 20, I believe, instead of bags of 10. And it actually comes in a nice storable box. It'll fit into your tool chest or whatever.
Is that a slower setting time then? So you got a little bit longer window for setting those big tabs?
Yes, exactly. Whenever you're going to get into any of the collision glues, they're all going to have a longer set time. The one thing about Cam Auto, we heard some complaints about it being too long with Cam Auto. So ours is faster than Cam Auto. But of course, you know, it has to do with temperature outside, ambient temperature. So if you're in a hot environment, it's going to take hotter or longer time for glue to set up regardless. See, that is still wet, and I probably poured that a couple, 2-3 minutes ago. So it's still nice and warm on the inside and malleable. It'll give you time to set that large glue tab wherever you want it to put before it finds its place for forever. Anything else? Questions, comments? You want to see something? I can't hear you, JP.
I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, so I mean, it was just good to finally see your face.
Oh, well, I can't see you, John.
I know. It's really kind of creepy, just like his voice just pops
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
It's like he's all around us. John, where are you?
That's the way I like it.
All right.
More the voice of God.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What else can we show you?
Anybody coming May 8th that needs to do IMI?
Oh,
We haven't
yeah.
talked about that yet.
IMI class is coming up on May 8th. I
6
think a
and
lot
7,
of those
yeah.
fellas have taken it already. JP can't get out of his country.
Don't bring it
Colin
up.
is already certified. Yep. Wears it proudly. He's got the certification. Hey, Colin, could you tell our American fellas about how you utilize being a certified paintless dent removal technician over there in England?
I think probably the best thing that I've found from a marketing perspective is it's something I can use to set me apart from my competitors. So if I get somebody comes around asking for a quote on a job and they say, oh well, such a body up the road has quoted me so many pounds for this, and I can say, yeah, but I'm an IMI certified technician, and because of that, I work to a very specific code of practice where we can't do anything that is detrimental to the sort of integrity of your car.
Right.
And quite often settles them and sells them on whatever I want to charge.
Yeah. No, definitely.
It's definitely a way of upselling rather than, don't see it as something that limits you. See it as something that you can sell as an extra. But further than that, as much as I've been pushing them since 1994, which is a bloody long while I know, and I should have been retired by 10 years ago, but unfortunately I've been divorced twice, so,
Oh, yeah,
so
well.
here I am.
That'll do it.
What I actually found was going down and actually subjecting myself to this testing really give me some sort of feedback as to where I am. Because I don't know about you guys, but apart from when I'm away doing hail, you never get to see other people's work.
Yeah.
And to be fair, when we're pushing hail, my head's in this, and you're not looking at what other people are doing. You're just getting on with your job and earning money.
Sure.
So it was actually great to go to this IMI course and see some other guys, very similar to myself, and see what they were doing and how fast they were doing it, and we had a good day, we had a good talk and sharing stories and tips and tricks and stuff, and it was a fantastic experience, to be fair.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Well, it kind of gives you a benchmark, really. It's like you said, we're all kind of lone wolves out there, and we have nothing to compare it to. We think we're the greatest ever, and then you have no one to compare it to, and then you go to these classes and you meet other people, and you might be shit or you might be good. I think when I took the course myself, because to become an instructor for IMI, I had to be certified for paintless dent removal as well, and it's something if you can't do that, what's required of you, the 3 dents, I don't think you really should. You should probably find a different career, because.
To be fair, yeah, but do you know what? I like I say, yes, I've been doing this a long time, but I really sort of worried. I worried whether or not I could do this.
Sure. Yeah.
When I went for the exam, I for the course, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
I didn't know exactly what they was going to ask of me.
Sure.
And when they showed me these 3 things that they wanted doing, and I thought, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
But doing that under that pressure of having somebody there to examine what you've done,
Sure.
just really, it's it's a little bit different than doing it for a customer because you're the expert
Yeah.
and you're going to tell the customer what it's like, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
And having the likes of Kevin checking my work after it, I was really worried whether or not I could up to the bar, you know?
Oh, yeah. Especially,
they did it and everything was fine.
sure. Especially Kevin too, because he's a stickler for the rules.
Yeah. My claim to fame is on my first one, I actually got something like 98 or 99%, and he only got 1% lower than me. But he is.
How funny. Nice.
I think it was something like 97 the sort of two years after that when I did my second one.
Sure.
So, I need to go again, actually. I need to do it again, I think, now.
And that's the thing. Every 3 years, you have to recertify as a technician, right?
Yeah.
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 So it definitely adds accountability to it, knowing that, you know, especially if the customer or the body shop or the dealership knows that you're held to a standard, and if you're not going to meet that standard, you're not going to carry that.
That's how I sell it to my customers.
Yes.
The fact that I am held to a standard by a higher body.
Yes.
You know, and I sell it to them. The IMI is the people that work for the insurance. You know, it's insurance companies that work to the same standards as the IMI.
Yeah.
And you know, it's something that customers do then sit up and take notice of and go, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
That's,
hey, there's Igor.
Hello.
Hello. Is it Igor or Igor?
E.
Igor.
Okay.
Igor. Yeah.
Because we had another fella that pronounced it Igor. I've always called you Igor, but I wanted to make sure for the record I was calling you the right.
Thank you very much. Listen, if it's spelled Igor, that's a Russian name. It can never be Igor. So
Right.
that guy, the other guy, he was wrong.
Yeah.
Blame his mom.
Or father, whoever.
Yeah.
Igor is from a silly movie, Vince.
Oh, right. Oh, Igor. Right? Yerang.
Not Frankenstein.
I think that was the guy with the hump on his back.
Exactly. Yes.
Quasimodo.
Yes. The hump kept on moving throughout the movie. It was on one side and on the other.
Every time they redid the makeup and costume, the hump was in a different place. I think they did that on purpose.
Right?
How are you guys all doing?
We're doing fantastic.
Great.
We've done a lot of demos. And Dave, do you have any questions? Igor, do you have any questions? You want to see something?
What are you doing? You have? I think I'm up to date on all the cool new tools you guys have.
Nelson asked any pointers for the weld-on hubs.
Who's welding? Who's welding hubs, Nelson? I don't know welding hubs. Sorry, Nelson, I'm just picking on you. I could do that. He's one of my students. He was in my IMI class in Florida. Any pointers? Well, if you don't know how to weld, don't try and do it yourself.
It also depends on the tool, the metal that you're welding.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's going to be a different process between a carbon steel and a stainless steel.
Exactly. So with carbon steel, if you weld to the carbon steel rod, you run the risk of that breaking later on because spring steel has a lot of carbon in it and it crystallizes it and it'll snap eventually. Opposed to stainless steel, if you're going stainless to stainless, it's a lot better. Not saying you can't do it that way because we do it that way, but I would say take it to someone that knows what they're doing. If not, you could also send it to A1 and they will do them for you for a minimal charge. The hubs themselves, we sell them for, I believe, $20. 5 of them are, I want to say, $65.
I'll put a link for them.
Christina's going to throw a link up for you. The more you buy, the more you save, is what it comes down to. I would say you could go TIG or MIG. We were talking about that earlier. You're going to get a cleaner weld with a TIG weld rather than a MIG weld. Anything else?
Yeah, I have a question about the electric car certification with the IMI.
Yes.
I took the certification with another house, another company in England,
Uh-huh.
and I got a level 3. I got certified to be a level 3 hybrid electric vehicle technician.
Yeah.
And with this company, it's called City and Guilds. It's quite recognized in Great Britain and all world. With the level 2, they told us we cannot do anything by ourselves unless a level 3 person is next to us. Like, we cannot be by ourselves doing anything on electric vehicle. We can, like we know everything, but we haven't passed the exam, so we are not allowed by law to do anything. This was in England, the rule. So, and I've seen an IMI, I know they are from England.
Right.
Do they have levels too? Something like that, because I know nothing about IMI.
Yes, IMI has level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ain't that right, Colin? They keep on going up.
Yes, we do. Yeah. The same course starts with what we do for mechanics that work on electric vehicles, and for those that are going into replacing motors and batteries and stuff, then they will be going up to 4, 5, 6 levels.
And that's what I was instructed. I'm only able to teach up to level 2, or certify up to level 2, I should say. Level 2 from the PDR world, that's as far as you would ever need to go if you're doing PDR. Now, if you're planning on pulling a battery or changing on an electric motor, then you have to have the higher level certifications. But
I have no intentions of
no,
doing that.
no, same here. That's why we stop at level 2.
You guys are not forward thinking on this whole business process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you
I did
very much.
That's in 9 colon once. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was
Well, so I got the level 3. I haven't repaired an electric vehicle 3 years after I got my certification.
Okay.
I think. Maybe even I did. And to be honest, I'm not sure I remember anything.
Yeah.
Like, no, really.
No, I understand.
From this course, maybe 5% is left in my head.
Right.
I know nothing. I know everything I knew before the course, but now, at the moment, I can hold my certificate, but that's very dangerous, I think, for me to go into anything. I would need to read the book quickly, just to remind myself.
Well, and
with the IMI, it renews, does it not?
With IMI, I think it does.
no,
The DevTech, it does. I'm not sure about the
EV, it's not. For level 2, once you're certified for forever. There's no refresher courses or recertification. So, but what you do end up having to do. Now we had the same thing. I've taught, God, probably about a couple dozen classes throughout North America the last 3 years. This last year with COVID, I haven't traveled. But what was happening is I had a lot of technicians that had taken the ICAR course. I'm sorry, not the ICAR. Yeah, it was ICAR. ICAR had a 2-hour online EV vehicle certification. I had a ton of technicians in my classes because they took that course thinking, oh, I could go power down a vehicle now. They fell into the same category like you, Igor. They had no idea what to do. There was no practical assessment of it. So they didn't know how to power down the vehicle or obtain the information of how to. Now, the difference with the IMI one is that the class, depending on who teaches it and how many are in it, is 5-6 hours long. And by the end of it, you're going to know how to power down a car. Colin, you might be able to attest to that as well.
I knew that 3 years ago, and we did have a practical part and everything.
Yeah.
But I I'm just saying, you know, it's like the level 3, something big, but I'm not sure with myself.
If you have the
Am I
confidence.
safe, you know? Because
Sure.
I just don't do those things, you know? We didn't have a lot of Teslas or anything, but
Yeah.
now I'm in Sweden at the moment.
Well, and
Every second, third car is electrical.
yeah. Well, on the flip side of that, had you taken the IMI course, you would be in a special Facebook group that has a refresher video at the top of it that you can go back and reference.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we do that.
This was happening at the job site, you know,
Yeah.
when I worked in England. Bloody alarm! I had to stop. I'm sorry. I cannot listen for the alarms.
Are you doing a class?
My pizza will burn if I don't. Yeah, well, yeah, the thing is, I don't think there is anything that can be renewed in this one
No.
at the moment. I'm not sure. I need to check, but yeah, I'm not really.
Well, the other thing that we offer too, Igor,
I don't feel safe playing with the electrical cars, to be honest. No.
the other thing too, Igor, if you take the IMI course with myself or Kevin, we offer it that if you ever need to sit in on it again, you could sit in on as many as you like. You're already certified. We're not looking for a service charge or anything like that. I had a technician that barely passed it in Vegas because he was so hungover from the night before. And I told him, I say, listen, and I told him, I say, hey, you know, if you're not comfortable with what you just learned, please come back and take the course again. You're more than free to come to my course anytime. You've already paid for it once. And he showed up in Greeley, Colorado for my course again, and he sat through it. So that's what we offer with the IMI, you know, through TDN and with us at Anson, is that if you ever need a refresher, but you didn't take it with me, Igor, so I think you need to, you know, get out there, do it again.
You're gonna have it in Vegas this year?
Yeah, we'll be there in Vegas.
Well, I'm planning to be there, so yeah, let's talk about that when
Yeah.
the time comes.
And if you need to do it before then, you got Kevin over there at TDN. He's teaching the classes. He'll do a one-on-one class with you if you'd like.
I know, but England is so difficult at the moment.
Yeah.
Ben Ridley, who is with us at the moment, can certify and probably too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to England, trust me.
What are you trying to say, Eagle?
I'm trying to say that I don't have time for a billion days of isolation just to see me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going this summer.
That's something I cannot do.
Ain't
But
worth it.
yeah, I'm planning to be in Vegas.
Good.
So I would love to. Yeah, I'll contact you like a month before.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah, we'll have signups on our website, and you'll see it on Facebook. I always advertise and put out reminders. You know, typical Dent Guy fashion is everyone always waits to the last minute before signing up for anything, just like this dream event. You know, there's a big, you know, surge of it at the end.
I'm not that kind of a person.
Oh,
I
okay.
have plans and everything advanced, but at the moment it's not too possible, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a plane ticket for the MT in Orlando, and I still have it.
We all do.
So
I have a ticket to England with my family, and I still can't go. I was supposed to be there last summer. I'm not going this summer because you guys are all locked down. So I'll be there next year.
I know. So like a month before is a reasonable time to talk about.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Hey Ben, you can turn on your microphone. We don't hear you. With that green, yeah, we cannot hear you. You need to turn on your mic. You know, just push the button. Come on.
Eagle, we need to know what flavor is your pizza?
I gotta check to see if we're still recording.
It is recording 3 hours and 14 minutes.
There was no point coming off mute, mate, because I couldn't get a word in edgeways anyway.
Huh?
20 minutes still too.
Well,
I didn't realize you could see.
screen behind you without any
I know.
happening.
I know. I can't put my virtual pub up, right?
I keep
turning into this, when you're halfway through explaining the tactical handle and all that, tell me, what rods do you do that already have the fitting on the top of them for the tactical handle? Is it just the set that you showed there, the set of 4 Reapers on it?
Just about everything in
All the
store
hub
has now
tools?
got hubs on it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Everything that we make in the tequila line comes in hub form now. I can't think of anything that doesn't.
I did have a look on your website when I went to your videos. I couldn't find something.
If you go into the hub section, you're going to see everything that comes in hubs. The only thing that really doesn't come in hubs yet, which are on their way, are going to be the whale tails. We have the Lucky 7s already in hub form, but that's our 1.25" and our 3/4, which are our rattlesnake, fixed handle rattlesnake. Well, they're not whale tails, they're rattlesnake tails. Pre-curved. So these aren't pre-curved yet. We're not sure if we're going to pre-curve them or not. They might come curved, they might not. But anyways, those are the next on the list to be hubbed and sent out. These were prototypes. We liked them. They were efficient, and I think that's really the last thing on the list to be hubbed.
Right.
So.
Okay, cool. What's everyone saying to the Lucky 7s? Are they a good shout?
The Lucky 7s are good. It's more along the lines of not a wheel tail you're going to use every day. It's more along the lines of a buddy tool where you can't drill a hole. You're in the bottom of a door, maybe a hole in the bottom or something along that nature. And I believe they will fit into a 1/2-inch hole by slipping them in. So I never used them on a daily basis, but I did run into the the problem where I couldn't drill a hole. I'm not a big hole driller anyways. I always like going through factory holes, and that's where this Lucky 7s came into play. They come in, I believe, 4 different lengths.
It's manufactured access.
Yes, I'm sorry, they're not holes. They're manufactured access points. My assistant had just reminded me.
Incision.
Huh? Yes. So there's that. I don't know. We got, even the LCA for some of you guys might not have been in here earlier for your dent dial. Sorry, let me get these out of the way. So with your dent dial, if you have your tactical hammer, you're going to slip that on there for monster leverage. What is coming down the road here shortly is we're making extensions for those, which will be 1 foot long and 2 feet long. These are just prototypes. They're not gnarled. They will be gnarled and then wrapped in X grip as well. And when you throw this on, now you got some really monster leverage. That's huge. So you'll pretty much be able to rip a quarter panel off a car with that right there. So it's along the lines of a doodah to a certain degree, but not really. It's just one more option for. It's not going to replace a doodah. We all know that. Anyone that has a doodah knows that this isn't going to replace it. But this is more along the lines of making your dent dial that much more versatile. I hate seeing people put this dent dial down the door of a car, though. I mean, that just looks weird to me. I guess it would work, but it looks like it's going to break something. If I have to do that to get a dent out of a door, I'm probably using the wrong tool, I'm thinking. Or maybe I shouldn't be fixing the door.
What are you guys hearing from other manufacturers about adding hubs to their tools in the tool lines that you carry from other companies?
Well, we just partnered up with Dent Reaper, which I was showing you guys earlier. These are the first set of Reaper rods. We got those in, and they're up and live. They're using our stainless steel hubs from our manufacturer over at A1. They're not going to be the Chinese ones that come with the A1 tools anymore. We're trying to work with PDR Finesse right now as well for hubbing some of their more popular tools. That's in the works. I think other than that, you're still going to have to pretty much chop off your own and weld on some for now. We are creating hubs that are going to be specific sizes. That they're not going to be the treaded hubs like this. I don't know if you can see this and switch cameras. Oops. So, Don, you were in here earlier. You probably heard this already, but we're going to be specifically making these hubs. Wow, that's really out of focus. Let's see here. Hold on, bear with me. That might work.
No, we got it.
Okay, so we're going to make these specific to the size tools. So if you have a 3/8 tool, 1/2-inch tool, 5/16, these are going to be drilled out to that size. That way you just cut your handles off, put them in, and weld them on. And
So if we were to buy a bag of 10 of them now, that's what they would look like with the thread in the middle.
yeah, they will have the thread in the middle now. Yes.
And what thread is that at the moment?
That is 1/2-inch.
By 18.
1/2-inch threading.
Half by 18.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they doing anything specific when they weld those on?
You got to be a little bit careful, depending on the steel that you're using. We talked about this earlier. Sorry for the ones that are going to hear this again, but for spring steel, you got to be careful not to weld to the actual shaft of the spring steel tool. It will make it brittle, and it'll crack it.
Right.
Opposed to a stainless steel tool, it's stainless to stainless, so you're good to go. Now, all our new tools are now being TIG welded. Some of you might have an older style where, let me see if I can switch this over again. This would be MIG welded along here. Man, why does it keep on doing that? Sorry, a couple technical difficulties. That's a MIG weld along there, so it's not as clean as a TIG weld. A TIG weld looks like that. It's a little bit more precise if you know anything about welding.
Right.
You know, TIG weld is used with a rod and a welder at the same time.
Click something.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it with it. I don't know. Any other questions on that?
No, I think that's me so far. I have a lot of ultras bars that I'd want to put that end on.
Well, that's where this guy comes too. If you don't want to cut out your octagon, we have this. So that is going to be the adapter. Let me go grab an ultra tool real quick. I got one in my office.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that adapter just slips on, and then you put the handle, the Gorilla Grip handle on, and locks it in place.
Right.
But Adam, more to your point a little bit about welding to that carbon steel or spring steel shaft on the smaller tool. What I did was we took a stainless 1/2-inch bolt, drilled the whole center of that bolt out, just cut it off for the threads, drilled the center out the size of the shaft of the tool, welded the very end of it, then screwed on the adapter, or the hub end, and then welded that hub end to the 1/2-inch bolt, and that
kind of made it very healable.
Yeah, and that kept all the heat at the very end of the shaft on that spring steel tool, and not out in the center where it's more likely to break. And we haven't been able to break that yet, and we did it on one of the Excalibur yellow handles.
Yeah, that's true, because you could take that hub and drill that out. Keeps on going to sleep. One of our cameras goes to sleep all the time. All right, so you could take that hub and drill that out to whatever size you need as well.
Yeah.
That's what John is saying, and then put your shaft in there and just.
And then bolt it back up.
and just tack it right there and then grind it down.
Right.
And you're good to go.
Gotcha.
Okay? Now with the Ultra adapter, that's, where did I just do it? I just had it.
And that's just for the spring steel, right? Because the stainless.
Correct.
Yeah, stainless isn't gonna matter.
Octagons. Yeah, because the ultra octagons are all welded straight to the shell.
Yeah.
So that's the Ultra adapter there. When we inherited some from John back in the day, when we took over Gorilla Grip from him, but these are made by our manufacturer now, and the tolerances are really tight and beautiful. Like this is an Octagon from Ultra. You have to put it on the Octagon first. You can't put this into your Gorilla Grip and then put it on there. It will not attach. You have to.
Yeah.
That ball locks it into place. So once you put it on there, you put it on and you're good to go. It's rock solid.
Okay.
So, and there's very little side-to-side play on it. Very little movement at all. You kind of hear it, I don't know. Because, I don't like a lot of movement at all in my tools. I don't like flex, and that accomplishes it.
Yeah.
So John Krug, he was in here earlier. What he was saying a lot of the times is like, and he made a video on it, some of you might have seen it. When you're using these tools in a door, you slip it in the door first, and then you're attaching it to whatever position you need. Because that way you're on it right away. Say that's on the panel, you drop it down through the window, you put it to the panel, and then you set the handle wherever you need it to set, and you're good to go. So it's just, it's simplified. A lot of people were worried about losing the ratcheting portion of it. But leverage-wise, the strength that you get from this rod is, the handle, it's unsurmountable. You could use your fingers to fix dents with it. What are you eating, James?
Pizza.
What's for lunch?
I just have my stream and I'm starving. I got the pizza.
Did you bring enough for everyone?
Yeah, but you just gotta come down to Texas. Are you here?
I'm there, yeah. It might be a little bit cold by the time I get there.
On your point about waiting to put that handle on until after you put the tool in the door, that also allows you to put a little bit longer tool down in the door, whereas the handle being on the tool, the handle hits the top of the door frame all the time.
Yeah.
Leave that handle off, you can make it a little bit longer tool, and then when you throw that handle on, the leverage is just insane. I can't even hardly pick up a pencil because I don't have to work so hard with my arms to push my dents anymore. I'm just
Sure.
soft.
I think it's pretty incredible for the younger generation coming into this this trade now that they don't have to suffer as much as we did with our old archaic tools. They're going to have a lot more longevity on their bones and muscles than we did.
They've got it way too easy.
They do. I'm all washed up at 47, for crying out loud.
Washed up.
I'm just getting into this at 48, so.
Right?
It will increase the longevity. It will increase your longevity without all the aches and pains all us thick guys have.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's insane what you can do with that, the hand tool with hubs on them. I did an old school Cadillac honeycomb hood, and I did 7 oversized dents throughout the whole center of it, all from the middle hole that holds the hood blanket in.
Nice.
Especially with the tool they've got with like the perfect bend and arc now to get you wherever you need to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I was able to snake in and fix that entire hood, and I didn't even have to strain my shoulders that much, not like you had to way back.
Then the mini hood and deck set that Rick put out last year was awesome. Even better than the original hood and deck set, if that's even possible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
There's 5 minutes till 2.
You got 5 minutes. Any other last requests or reserve or? Yeah. See, I haven't eaten all day.
going off the caffeine and a Cliff Bar. What else you guys want to see?
Maybe kind of covered it. Just keep that shelf in the upstairs empty, so I got a place to sleep. When I show
Okay,
up.
we can do that.
I'm gonna jump out of here. Hopefully I'll make the open. So I'm gonna pull a rat out of my hat once.
Sounds
good.
good.
Seeing y'all. Take it easy.
Yes.
And if I don't see you in a couple weeks, then Vegas, baby.
What do you mean a couple weeks? You better get your ass down here, boy.
I'm trying, Vince. I'm trying. I'll call you this week. I need some stuff anyway.
All right, perfect. Well, you know,
All right.
just half the population is here in Texas right now with all the hail. And James Lee's town showed up on the news the other day. So, you know, you can park your RV at James's backyard. Right, James?
I'm happily sitting at home manning my retail shop right now. My phone hasn't rang once for hail, and I'm happy so far with that.
Man, I hear that a lot lately.
It's gonna be a lot more selective than I have in the past.
Nice.
Nice.
Good man.
Yeah. So, all right, Vince, I will talk to you this week.
All right, Dave.
Good to see you, but
Absolutely.
y'all enjoy the rest of the event.
Yes, thanks for stopping in.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, I got a million things to do. So, Vince, great talking with you again. Great seeing you guys.
All right, John.
We'll see y'all later.
Be good, bud. Bye now.
Yep. Same there. Good to see you again, Vince.
Yes, absolutely, Colin. I was supposed to be out there this summer, but it doesn't look like I'm going to make it. So it'll be next summer.
There were lots of people supposed to be here this summer, but none of that happened.
Exactly. That's the thing. I'm not going to fly there with the vouchers just to sit in someone's living room for 10 days.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, they're still making people quarantine, huh?
Right?
On certain countries, yeah, but not all countries. It's bizarre. Nobody can understand the rules, and it doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense at all.
I'm just happy staying here in North Lincolnshire and just soaking up the sunshine that we've got at the moment.
Right? Hey,
Yeah,
good life.
absolutely. All right, guys. Good to see you.
All right, Colin. Be good. All right.
Well, how'd your
Where'd you
show
go?
go, bro? Everything good?
Yeah. Yeah. Christina's here. We're just hanging out.
What's up, Christina?
Hello.
Hey.
I've been.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool little gig. Nice to see everybody and talk with people in person.
It is.
Kind of shut down.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun to see everyone. Yeah, I'm
Cool.
glad
Are you
we
coming
did.
up in a couple weeks or what?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to bring my guys with me.
Nice.
Are you
I'll
still
be there
coming
Friday-
next weekend?
Friday to Sunday. Yeah, I'll be in Dallas this weekend for I guess,
Haley's
my
birthday?
daughter's birthday. Yeah,
Nice.
hers is on the 20th and mine's on the 25th, so
Oh, there you go.
I'm in 21, so I'm assuming we're gonna go somewhere where they have alcohol.
Yeah, you better.
I'm a lightweight, I barely drink now, so a couple beers, I'm like, I'm good.
You're like feeling it. You're like, I'm good. I'm in a good place right now.
I'm a cheap drunk.
Cheap date. That's good.
Yeah.
We still have your trailer here, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. Then it made more sense for me just to grab it when I'm there. You know what I could do? I've been meaning to. I don't know. I need to get some little stuff like some glue. But I need to throw a PO in with you guys. But I know you've been setting up for the shop, so I ain't trying to.
Yes. Yeah. Send a PO in, and we'll get done what we can. Yeah.
So so maybe we throw like some stuff in the trailer. Is the trailer at the? Oh no, the trailer's at Craig's house. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So I
fine.
don't know if that would be good.
That's only 5 minutes away. It's
Yeah.
no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll try to get a PO in for you guys. And then, whatever you can throw in the trailer, and I'll come pick it up. Probably this weekend, if it makes sense.
Okay, if it's this weekend, I gotta repair it.
No, I'll just wait until.
You got to repair something?
Yes. You know the breakaway cable?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was already kind of loose. Did it fall out?
No, but one of us burned through it. It was dragging, I guess, on the ground. So I gotta replace it. I'll get that done before this weekend.
Yeah, because it won't let you drive with. How did you drive? Would it lock up the brakes?
No, it does release it though.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah. At first it locks it up and then it starts going.
I'll just plan on driving that thing during the event.
on Sunday, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going up there Friday to Sunday.
Not a problem. We'll get it all dialed in for you.
Yep.
The shop's looking amazing. Your shop is freaking beautiful.
Can't wait for you to
So,
see it in
for real.
person.
Yeah, that glue wall is ridiculous.
That's what everybody says. They're like, the glue wall. There's actually, you only saw a picture of one wall. There's 2 walls.
Yeah, well, I watched Vince's like walkthrough too.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Me and Mike were joking the other day. We're like, look at our pathetic buckets of glue over here. Where's our mini empty glue wall?
Yeah, you got to get you a glue wall.
That's so awesome.
Everything's bigger in Texas, right?
Yeah. Everything but me. Not yet. Still keeping it together somewhat.
I'm working on it too, man. Look at that. I gained 20 pounds since I moved to Texas. They fat shame me all the time.
He literally meets people, and that's what he says. I moved to Texas and I gained 20 pounds. We're like, they wouldn't even know if you didn't tell them.
I'm proud of it, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. How you guys enjoying it? You all settled in? You digging Texas?
Yeah. No, it's good, man. We're bit by bit, we're pretty acclimated now.
Yeah.
I gotta get down to your neck of the woods, man. I have yet to get down to Austin. So now that
You're not missing nothing down here, bro.
I don't know. Well,
We'll plan like a day. I'll take you to my favorite steakhouse one time or something.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll come down there. I know Melinda wants to see Care Bear too and hang out with her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, we'll see each other. It's here. Like?
yeah, a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool,
Yeah.
man. Well, I'm here looking to freaking get some food and relax. So.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Okay. What's up to y'all?
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Bye, James.
Bye.
See you, bud.
Bye.
Are we leaving?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, I got to be back on in 30 minutes, but yeah.
All right. Okay, I am going to go and stop recording.